Utah's mailman Karl Malone leads the Western Conference with 27.9 points per game.
Woo! Mailman delivers.
Utah postage is due in Minnesota. The NBA on TNT, Tuesday at 8.
Bigger than life.
The following is a presentation of TBS Sports, exclusively on TBS.
When the season began, the Nuggets soared to new heights offensively. Unfortunately for Denver, they couldn't stop anybody and lost 12 of their first 13 games. So new coach Paul Westhead changed things around. Now they've won 5 in a row. Little Michael Adams has led the Nuggets as they shoot for number 6 in succession. It's Spud Webb who's under the gun for the Hawks tonight. He plays Michael Adams. On the 11th day of this trip, the Hawks have traveled 7,500 miles. They have nothing to show for it except 5 losses in a row, including a 39% shooting effort Thursday in L.A. 2,000 miles to go. The Hawks could use a win. Hello again, everybody. Along with Rick Barry, Skip Carey welcoming you to another night of Atlanta Hawks basketball, this time from McNichols Arena in Denver, where the Hawks conclude their road trip against the Denver Nuggets. Well, you look in the paper, check the standings. Denver just 13-30. You figure it's going to be an easy game, but they've changed things around, and they're playing much better, Rick.
Definitely they are, Skip. If you take a look at the statistics early on in the season, somebody said that they were going to score 200 points, or at least the opposition. You can see the opposition has scored less points as the months have progressed. Unfortunately, the Nuggets scoring has gone down in proportion. However, in the last 5 ball games, which they have won, they are outscoring the opposition 120 to 116. So a tough task for the Hawks. Bad timing on their part to hit them now.
And the Hawks have not won a game on this long trip. This is the last one. Normally tough to win that last game, but after losing 5 in a row, they need a good effort.
Yes, they really do. They have to try and eliminate the one-down period that they have during the course of the ball games. In every game but the Laker game, they had a chance to win, except for that one-down period. It also will be interesting to see the Battle of the Titans. Webb going up against Adams.
The Hawks in Denver coming along next, right here on TBS. The Denver Nuggets in a winning.
Atlanta Hawks basketball on TBS is brought to you by Jeep and Eagle, official vehicles of the NBA, and by Miller Lite. When it's Miller Lite, less filling really tastes great.
We Brits are learning your American football. Right, Joe?
Yeah, right.
The other way. Catch the ball.
And after practice, we drink a great American beer. Miller Lite.
Miller Lite, with its crisp, refreshing Pilsner taste, it's everything you want in a beer today.
What are they doing now? They're practicing touchdowns.
Now there's a great new pizza with all the pepperoni you want and more.
Yeah, pepperoni.
It's the new Pizza Hut Pepperoni Supreme. With tons of pepperoni to keep you satisfied. Plus all the mushrooms, onions, and green peppers to make it supreme. And now for a limited time, get a medium pepperoni supreme for only $6.99. It's the new pan pizza you've always wanted, and now it's all yours.
Pizza Hut, making it great.
In trying to make an artistic statement, one should be careful not to let one's personal aroma do the talking. In order not to offend the critics, I recommend Right Guard Sport Stick. It provides maximum protection and the freshest scents, a sublime palette of odoriferous emanations. After all, a true artiste should be remembered for his inspiration, not his perspiration. Right Guard Sport Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
3 reminders from a leader in 4-wheel drive and all-wheel drive technology. 1. Don't try this without the advantage of 4-wheel drive. 2. Don't try this without the advantage of all-wheel drive. 3, don't try 1 or 2 without the advantage of Jeep or Eagle.
We're about ready to go from Denver, and we sincerely hope you'll enjoy an evening of NBA basketball with us as we look at the Jeep Eagles starting lineups for Atlanta. No changes for the Atlanta team. Ramil Robinson will not play for Atlanta tonight. He suffered a hyperextended knee the other evening in Los Angeles. Bobby Weiss really wants a win in this final game of this long trip. And the Jeep Eagle lineups for the Nuggets. They're a crippled up crew. Blair Rasmussen will start, but he's fighting a stomach virus, and Michael Adams has been red hot. And there's Paul Westhead, the coach of the Nuggets, who used to coach the Lakers. Your officials, as assigned by the NBA, Jim Capers, Wally Rooney, and Ron Oleksiak. They'll be blowing the whistles as we get ready to go. This Denver team is really crippled up. Chris Jackson bothered by an irregular heartbeat as well as Tourette's syndrome. Hanslick is on the injured list. Lichty is suffering from knee surgery. Woolridge, they hope, will be back right after the All-Star break with that detached retina, and Todd Lichty with the knee problem. But they've been playing great basketball. There's Orlando Woolridge. He's doing some analyst work on Denver radio. So we're ready to go, and we sincerely hope you enjoy it. Lichty and Hanslick side by side. Lichty on the left, two of the other crippled Nuggets. But they're doing fine without those guys. So we're ready to go. Joe Wolf is from North Carolina. Anthony Cook from Arizona. Rasmussen from Oregon. Adams from Boston College. Reggie Williams from Georgetown. Not familiar with the Denver team.
Excuse me, Kim. One of the keys for the Hawks is the big men. Bob Weiss wants them to get back quickly on defense, to be there, to be able to not allow Adams to get free reign going to the basket. Adams has been shooting almost 13 free throws a game. The last 2 games over 40 points a game. Last 5 he's scoring almost 36 a game. He's been the big key for them.
Doc Rivers comes up pumping and misses. The tip for Willis won't go. Here comes Adams. He rushes it up the floor, and Denver cannot buy a basket. Out of bounds, belongs to Atlanta. So the Hawks will bring it up.
Yeah, they're not bashful.
Still.
I mean, it's a nice coach to play for if you're an offensive-minded player, to know you have the freedom to take any open shot that comes your way.
You would have loved it, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I know a lot of other guys would have too.
I can't think of many who wouldn't. Dominique thought about a 3. Down low it comes to Kevin Willis. The Hawks want to force it inside against these guys. Adams heads the other way against Webb one-on-one. Says goodbye to him. 2-0.
And that's exactly what we're talking about. They did not want to allow Adams to get those type of opportunities.
For 3, Neek. Atlanta has their first lead of the night, 3-2. Here comes Adams rushing it up the floor. And lets her rip. I got it. Not this time, and Wilkins with a rebound. Webb heads the other way. If Webb stays very busy offensively, he'll perhaps cut down on Adams' work at the offensive board because he has to play it.
Well, that's an easy shot. Willis should have made that one.
They want to force it inside, and they've been able to do it, but they can't make their shots. Cook lays it up. That won't go. Rivers got a piece of it from behind. Williams has it knocked away. There's Adams. 3-point try. Nope. Rebound, Kevin Willis. Outlet pass, Wilkins. Here come the Hawks. It's a track meet, as you might expect. Dominique is fouled.
Well, let's see now. You want to force him to the left, they say, but you can't force him left so that he has a clear path to go to the basket and get a layup. You make him go to the left so he has to use his left hand, and that can cause some problems for him. But I tell you what, he's not bashful about throwing him up there.
He committed the foul. Koncak's jumper bangs up there long. Rebound comes to Adams. Neither team can get much accomplished here in the early going. It's 3-2 Atlanta. Rasmussen from 19 makes it 4-3 Denver. 10-12 remaining in the first quarter. Spud Webb slows the tempo of the game. Ken Noland, our producer tonight. Tom Smith, our director, doing their normal excellent job. Willis spins past Cook, banks it up and in, drew the foul from Cook.
Well, obviously, Kevin has been the center of attention down low. They've gone to him 3 different occasions. This time he's just going to catch the ball and saw that he had the baseline wide open as Cook totally overplayed him. the other side, and you can overplay a guy a little bit, but you certainly don't give him that kind of a clear path to the basket. Nice move by Kevin Willis, and a chance to complete the three-point opportunity.
He's got a chance to have a big night tonight.
Yeah, he really does. And I tell you one thing about Adams. This is an incredible statistic. Adams has shot more three-point field goal attempts than all of the three-point attempts by the opposition they played this season.
That's really something. Williams hangs in the air, leaves it for Rasmussen again. Not this time. Rebound Koncak. Outlet Wilkins. He's got Kevin Willis up front. Dominique can't unload. Does now to Webb, and the Hawks set up their offense. 9:35 left in the first quarter. Barry and Carey with you from Denver. They swing it to Webb. 6 on the shot clock. Spud in the lane. Drew the foul. Missed the shot. Goes for 2.
And again, I've spoken about this on many occasions. I would like to see Spud look to be more offensive minded, especially when he makes the quick blow by a guy. Stop, pull up, take that little short opportunity jumper. He's a very good jump shooter in that range, and not always take it inside and challenge the big guys.
And it's really, as we mentioned, important for him to stay active tonight on offense to keep Adams busy. Spud makes both free throws. Hawks lead 8-4. There's that man again. On a switch, Doc Rivers plays it. Adams gives it up. Wilkins almost stole it. Williams with 13 on the shot clock. Joe Wolf lets fly. Got it. Wolf averaging 6 points a game. Those are his first 2. 9 minutes remaining in our first quarter. You see the score. Koncak against Rasmussen. Webb, they go once more to Willis, and he walks very obviously.
I tell you, he could really have a field day tonight, because what Cook is allowing him to do is to make a move into the paint, turn around, and get ideal position. Unfortunately, the ball isn't coming to him soon enough. He has to move out then a little.
We have one final tonight so far. In overtime, Cleveland beat Minnesota 113-110. Rasmussen shot an air ball. Here comes Webb. Gives it up. Rivers, they go to Willis again. He got it. 8.5 minutes remaining in the quarter. 10-6 Atlanta. Wolf against Wilkins. Rasmussen, head of the key. Willis, the rebound. Doc Rivers with the ball. Bobby Weiss with play instructions. Our next game with you will be 2 weeks from tonight against Seattle in the Omni. The Hawks' next game is Tuesday night against Cleveland. Wilkins drew the foul as he missed. Wolf committed it. Boy, the Hawks really pounding the ball inside.
Well, that's again what Bobby wanted to take advantage of, is the size that he has over the Denver Nugget team, other than Rasmussen, who's fairly good size. And I guess Blair's done a nice job. Of course, with all the shots going up there, you are going to get a few more rebounds. He's number 7 in the NBA in that department, averaging 10.5 a game. Of course, the way they played early in the season, that kind of throws all statistics kind of out of whack.
Yeah, everything is a little bit skewed. Here comes Adams. Willis has him for the moment and says, let me out of here. They double team him. Off to Wolf. Open jump shot. Nowhere near. Rebound. Williams from Rivers. That won't go. Wolf, no, and he was on the back of Kevin Willis. Foul. Wolf, his second. Denver can't afford to get into foul trouble either. They don't have many troops. 7:46 left in the quarter.
How'd you like to be Reggie Williams, though? I mean, here's a guy who's found the home finally after bouncing around the league, being the number one of the top picks of the Clippers. Hasn't been able to find the home, but now he's doing well here in Denver. You can see Denver off to a very poor start, 33% shooting. Or 25%, I guess that is. 1, 3, 12, 1, 4, 25. Yeah.
Where'd you go to school? Willis makes the first.
That's doing all those games I did with Bob Neal. It rubbed off on me.
No wonder the University of Miami gave up basketball for all those years after you went through there. 12-6 is our score. Seven points for Willis. Atlanta by 7. 7:42 left in the first quarter of our game. Cook drew the foul as he missed. I'd let him shoot until he proved he could make it.
Well, especially that kind of a shot, Skip. I mean, that's making a spin move to the middle, going to your left. You're a right-handed shooter. He's drifting. That's really a bailout. You have to let a guy prove that he can make those shots consistently. Pretty good defense. You know, prove that he can make it.
Cook shoots 2. He's averaging just under 6 a game. When you get a chance to play, he's, as he has lately, he's made the most of it. He's out of the University of Arizona. 1 out of 2 there. 13-7 Atlanta. Pressure all over the floor by the Nuggets. Webb double teamed off to Wilkins, ahead to Rivers. Hawks beat the press, have a 3-on-1 to Conca. Offensive foul, Conca. His second. Moses Malone will come to work for Atlanta.
And that's really a blown opportunity there. You've got a 3-on-1 break, and I don't think it was a good choice on Doc's part that time to give it to John running in from the wing when he had Willis on the left side down low.
As we mentioned, Malone checks in, Concac out. And Adams brings it up the floor. Boy, they ask a lot of him. He does everything but inflate it. Wolf set the pick.
Speaking of inflated, the balls here are blown up with a lot of air. If I were playing, I'd ask the official to take some air out of it. And that's the reason for long rebounds. When you get a lot of air in the ball up here in this altitude.
Foul will be on Willis, reaching in. First on Willis.
Let's take a look at the first pressure that we saw on the part of the Nuggets here. Quick inbounds pass, reverse it back to the guy who threw it in there is one of the things you can do, but instead they do get it back to Neek, but forward and then quickly up the court. You always pass it to beat the pressure. You can always throw the ball a lot quicker than people can move.
Adams gives it up. Wolf with the left hand. Hawks are doing a good job on Adams. And Atlanta leads by 4. 13-9 is the count. Wilkins posts up against Wolf. And jumps over him. Bingo. 6 for Dominique. 15-9 Atlanta. Adams heads the other way. Willis jumps out to check him. Rasmussen from 18. Hawks making him shoot the outside jumper, but right now they're making a few.
That's okay, because they're not going to consistently make them from out there, as the Hawks can attest to on this road trip.
Yes, they can. Indeed, they can. Moses Malone up top. That's 3 on Wolf, I think. Nuggets call a timeout. It is 3 on Joe Wolf. 15-11 Atlanta, our score. We'll be back.
Tonight, TBS presents the most prestigious indoor track and field event in the U.S., featuring the Sports Athlete of the Year, Michael Johnson. The Snickers Millrose Games on U.S. Olympic Gold, a TBS Sports exclusive. After Hawks basketball tonight.
This good boy shares what he has with the rest of his class. This bad boy doesn't. There's only one Jeep Cherokee Sport.
Save $700 on new 1991 Jeep Cherokees.
Always talented, not always recognized.
Well, I guess it's about time we became acquainted.
TNT puts together a month of groundbreaking films, rare shorts, hidden treasures, and unique performances. Plus, today's stars reflect on the early performers who influenced their careers.
I've been able to steal some of John Bogle's stuff, but even the stuff that I see in films, it's so fast.
TNT celebrates Black History Month with a salute to great black performers. All this month on TNT.
Sunday, C-Man, Terry Taylor. It's a belly-buster brouhaha. Tempers flare when Big C takes on Double T in a collision of contention. The main event, 6:05 Eastern on TBS, Sunday.
This is great, folks, if you haven't seen this one. Del Harris used to be my coach down in Houston. Now he's at Milwaukee. Watch this. That's Michael Adams. Del was complaining, came out on the court and just decked Michael Adams. That had to make a lot of blooper reels, I'm sure, on the nightly news.
I would have called it an offensive foul. Del clearly had position on it. Yeah. It cost him an ejection and $1,000.
Look at Michael's look. Of course, tonight, Michael hasn't had a whole lot to smile about. He does have 3 assists as Neek misses the first free throw. He's only 1 for 3 in field goals for 2 points, and he has missed 2 of those shots were three-pointers that were off the mark.
Wilkins now 1 out of 4 from the foul line. Adams, lob pass. Battle is in the game. The kid out of Illinois, and he missed it. The foul is called on Spud Webb.
You know, they might have been able to call goaltending on that one because Moses had his hand up in the net as the ball was up on the rim. But Michael Adams is doing more than just scoring. I mean, he's number 3 in the NBA in assists, averaging 11.8. Well, watch the lob again. Now keep an eye on Moses on this play as the ball gets shot. Mo comes down. There you go. See, he's in the net, and the ball's going to be up there. He still had the net when the ball went up over the cylinder. That could have been goaltending. You're not allowed to do that.
Battle. Left hands for free throws in. Denver goes to pressure. Wilkins is double teamed backcourt. Gets it to Spud. Back to Dominique. Front court Rivers and a whistle. He stepped on the sideline. Ball goes back to Denver. So the pressure pays off, and suddenly Denver in a position where they can tie the game with 5:50 left in the first quarter. Rasmussen turns, misses, rebound Moser. Spud Webb with the outlet pass. Into traffic, great pass. Willis slams it home. Spud Webb got him the ball in great shape. 9 points for Kevin Willis. Here comes Adams. He sails by Spud, banks it up. Great shot.
That's why you want to make him go left.
Spud heads the other way. Adams, just his second basket, but he's doing a lot of other things out there. Wilkins. Battle does a good job on him. He misses, and Battle gets the rebound. Adams with the outlet pass. 5 minutes left. Adams checked by Webb. Shoots the J. No. Rebound. Battle for. Out of bounds. Belongs to Atlanta.
We'll watch Spud get the penetration, which causes so many problems defensively. There, first of all, you saw the back turn, and then Rasmussen had to come over to help out. That left Willis wide open.
Doc Rivers on the left wing. Shoots the jumper. Nope. Cook the rebound. Denver can tie the game. Adams, great pass. Benny Battle gets the basket, and we're tied. Rivers up the floor for Atlanta with play instruction. The crowd very much in the game at the moment. We're tied at 17. John Battle about to come to work for Atlanta. Malone against Rasmussen. And a whistle. That's illegal defense. Dwayne Farrell will check in for Atlanta as well.
Now
So
watch what he
Farrell
does.
and Battle in.
He's going to take Neek, makes Neek commit. Doc Rivers not quite quick enough getting down the court to be in good position defensively to play the 3-on-2 game defensively, which most coaches have guys work on.
Battle will try to get the ball inbounds and does just in time to Webb. They go low to Malone. Rasmussen plays him. Moses jump shot. Yes. 19-17 the score. Here comes Adams. He goes left and has his pocket pick. Good outlet pass. Malone ahead of the pack. Puts it down to avoid the travel and shoots the layup. Hawks by 4. Adams sprints to the other end. And a foul.
See, but you notice he still brought it back with his right hand. I mean, he just does not do all that well with his left, but he's very clever at getting the shot off and makes it come back. See, he made him go to the left. He can cross over now. See, he wants to come back with the right hand. Spud actually hit the ball. Almost was able to go ahead and prevent an opportunity for the basket to go in as Sidney Moncrief enters for the Hawks.
Moncrief is in, and surprisingly, Wolf comes in with 3 fouls. Rasmussen has had that stomach virus. He can't go as long as normal.
And one of the problems that the Hawks are going to have here, and having played, I experienced it myself, and living up in the altitude now, is that the toughest part is when you go hard, it's not bad. But now these guys who are sitting down, when you come back in and try to go again, that's when being up here in this light air can have an effect on you, trying to get that second win.
John Battle with the ball, dribbling the perimeter. Atlanta by 1. Moncrief to Malone, knocked away. Moses tries to get it back, and a foul will be called on Liberty. Marcus Liberty push Malone out of bounds. He's out of the University of Houston.
Well, see, Moses has it knocked away. It's kicked over. He pushed off, got away with that one. Now he tries to steal it. Save it, and I don't think that really was a foul. Mo was kind of off balance himself as he went for the retrieval. Break for the Hawks.
And Malone will try to capitalize on it. 3:36 remain. This quarter's gone on forever, Ed.
Well, the Hawks have hammered it inside and had an opportunity to get to the free throw line a great many times.
Well, you should have been with us last night. Sidney Moncrief walking through the hotel, and a youngster about 14 years old, first Adams to the hole and a foul on Sidney. 2-shot opportunity. Walks up to Moncrief. I was walking in the other direction. We were passing, and he said, "Moses, could I have your autograph?" You should have seen the look on Sidney's face. New York wins a game. Sacramento can't score any points. Orlando over Miami in the Battle of Florida. As we told you, Cleveland beat Minnesota. Detlef Schrempf, 29.
Despite
got
being
kicked
thrown
out of the game, and the Pacers won. Gary Payton got thrown out as well. I guess they mixed it up. Adams shoots his free throws like hand grenades, but he makes them.
If they're going to keep sending him that way to the left, somebody's got to step in to help cut down the lane so they don't have that penetration in that lane to go down.
Hawks handle the pressure beautifully this time. Battle into Wilkins. Little hook good. They handled it perfectly. 25-22. 3:20 left in the quarter. Adams on the run. Rebound yanked down by Mr. Wilkins. Hawks by 3. Dominique spins on Battle, shoots the jumper. Battle played him pretty well.
He anticipated the spin move. It was really good defense.
4-3. Negative. Tip. No. Lane is in the game and tips it in now. Jerome Lane out of the University of Pittsburgh.
I kind of hope he gets fouled because it's a real adventure when he goes to the line. He's shooting about 30-something%.
Battle heads the other way. Malone sets the pick. Battle the layup.
That's terrible weak side defense there on the part of the Nuggets. It's one of the reasons they give up so many points.
They've been known to play bad defense. Liberty and a foul on Wilkins. Boy, if you like fouls, this game is terrific. Timeout is called here. The score is 29-24 Atlanta. 2:31 left, first quarter.
The Caribbean calls you with the sweet sea breeze and more.
Discover the joys of Royal Caribbean's Caribbean. 3 to 10 night cruises to the Bahamas, Virgin Islands, Barbados, and more on the grand resorts of the 7 seas.
Flying from the top of the key is easy. It's the landings that kill your feet. That's why I fly with the pump from Reebok. When I pump up, my size 13s get support, protection, and a custom fit. So, Michael, my man, if you want to fly first class, pump up and air out.
Switch to the greatest sports performance shoe in the world, the Reebok Pump. Pump up and air out.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Introducing the new Jeep Wrangler Renegade, the most powerful Jeep 4x4 ever made.
We're in Denver, and there is the score. Next Saturday night, live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Where else would Charlotte be? TNT Sports presents NBA All-Star Saturday, featuring the Schick NBA Legends Classic with old-timer Rick Barry, the American Airlines ITT Sheraton Shootout, and the Gatorade Slam Dunk Championship. Catch all the action beginning at 7 o'clock Eastern Time on TNT.
You did it again, didn't you?
What?
It doesn't say old-timer on that sheet.
I called it the Legends Classic with old-timer Rick Barry.
Okay.
Rohan Backfish will be the producer of that program, and he will be second guest by Glenn Diamond. So be sure you keep an eye on that. Free throw good by Liberty. 29-25 is our score with 2:25 left in the quarter. Dwayne Farrell, front court. Good pass. Moses fumbled away a layup, but it goes out of bounds.
The Hawks have made 5 straight shots that enabled them to have the 4-point advantage here. Plus, they're doing a better job inside. They're 9 of 13 inside scoring, and Denver's only 6 of 13. And as we point out, that's usually where the game is won or lost.
And that's what Bobby wanted to do. Farrell takes it inside and an unmolested layup. That's why Denver's lost 30 games already. They can't guard anybody.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be able to drive from that far out without somebody challenging you.
Battle into Wolf. There's only 11 on the shot clock. That's news for these guys. That's left-handed runner by Joe Wolf. He's got his average 6 points. We're in the 2-minute period, as you see. Atlanta by 4. John Battle into the lane. There's contact and a rejection by Lane. Battle at the other end to Williams. His layup is no good. Rebound is good. Battle. So the Hawk lead is 2 again.
They just picked him up late in January when he was waived by the Phoenix Suns. He's doing a nice job here, averaging 8 a game.
Farrell threw it out of bounds. 31-29, a minute 24 remaining in the first quarter.
Let's see what happens if you do play some good defense.
I think the Hawks were shot. Williams to the front court. He's bounced around this week. So is Cadillac Anderson, who'll be in the game in a minute. Marcus Liberty from about 12 feet. And the Nuggets have tied the game at 31. John Battle front court with 1 minute left in the quarter. Malone against Wolf. Knocked away. Stolen by Wolf. Ahead to Williams. He fumbles it. Spins by Rivers. The ball is on the deck. Goes out of bounds and belongs to Denver. And the Hawks have sort of self-destructed here in the last 90 seconds.
Yeah, not exactly picture-perfect execution on the part of either team as Doc went for the steal. And the trip comes. And finally, let's see, it's kicked. Right, as you see, off of the foot of the Hawk, like Rivers.
Prior to the inbounds pass, a foul against Atlanta. That'll be a 2-shot opportunity, I think. It's on Doc Rivers.
Well, it's yeah, it'll be 2 anyway because both of them are in the penalty foul lots.
And it was fouled before the ball was inbound, so it's automatic. Battle to the line for 2. Well, the Hawks have a few fans here tonight. Jack Kennedy and his wife Donna. Jack writes for Creative Loafing in Atlanta. And Atlanta.
Creative what?
Creative Loafing.
Creative Loafing.
Yeah, it's a freebie newspaper. But a pretty good one. And Atlanta talk show host and high-priced lawyer Neil Bortz is here as well. And despite his huge salary, snuck into the press room for free food. I think that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Neil is just slightly right of Attila the Hun, by the way. And here we go. 33-31 Denver.
And you like him. I hate to see you say you didn't like him.
Another Atlanta turnover. Marcus Liberty with the ball. 2-point try won't go as they battle for the rebound. Foul Atlanta. It's on Moncrief. Boy, the Hawks suddenly are playing awful basketball.
Well, again, they have had periods like this in every game that they've played so far in this road trip. There's another example of it. Going to try to throw the long pass outside. It just the man was in the lane, was able to get the hand on it and knock it away to come up with the steal. Liberty brings it back down the court, and the resulting foul after the shot sends Battle to the free throw line. But it's not surprising that the Nuggets create a lot of turnovers for the opposition. They are forcing 19.3 turnovers per game, and they themselves, as fast as they play, only commit 15.5. So that's a pretty darn good ratio considering the way that they go up and down the court.
And they get you playing their game. I'll tell you what, if you went on salaries, would win this game easily, but that's not the way this works. Deflected away by Wolf out of bounds, intended for Rivers. Denver has scored the last 9 points in the game.
When you're running down the court and it's a 3-on-1 opportunity, the guy is backpedaling. The toughest pass in the world to defend against is a bounce pass. And yet it's probably one of the least used passes in the game.
Sidney Moncrief ties the game up with a 3-point shot. 34 all with, well, you see the time remaining, 20 on the shot clock. This looks odd as Denver finally slows things down a little bit. They look lost. 10 on the shot clock. 5. Williams throws it to Battle, high arc. Oh, he banked it in. I don't know how in the world he made that.
That's because he's a lefty. That never goes in if he's a right-handed shooter.
John Battle at at the buzzer, knocked away by Liberty, and the quarter is over. Amazing shot to end the quarter. And at the end of one, the Nuggets have come off the deck. They lead 37-34.
More and more beer drinkers are discovering that the right choice is the light choice. Miller Lite. With its crisp, refreshing Pilsner taste, it's everything you want in a beer today. So move up to light.
Nissan started a few years ago with cold-rolled steel and a hot idea to build the best. First came the twin-turbo Z, and it was judged the best. Then the Maxima, and it was called the best as well. Now come the new Nissan Sentras, and they're called the best. In fact, in the last 2 years, Nissan's new lineup has won more major awards than anyone, 17 in all. Nissan. We started out making cars. We ended up making history.
Always talented, not always recognized.
Well, I guess it's about time we became acquainted.
TNT puts together a month of groundbreaking films, rare shorts, hidden treasures, and unique performances. Plus, today's stars reflect on the early performers who influenced their careers.
I've been able to steal some of John Buble's stuff, but even the stuff that I see in films, you know, it's so fast.
TNT celebrates Black History Month with a salute to great black performers. All this month on TNT.
Beginning Monday, TBS is serving up Prime Chuck. He's a grade A good guy who knows what's at stake. So turn on the heat and turn up the flames. Because all week long, Chuck's really cooking with 5 films that prove he's in rare form. 5 nights of Prime Chuck. Beginning Monday, 8:05 Eastern. Only on TBS.
Well, Denver took their first lead on this play. Good defense by the Hawks to double, but Williams finds an open man in the corner. Battle. See the left-handed shot. It catches the top right corner of the backboard and kicked it in. What an incredible shot. Had he been a right-handed player, that ball hits the side of the basket. Had no chance for it, but he could stand there all day and never make that shot again, maybe for the rest of his life. You can see the Hawks shot a terrific percentage. Denver got more shots up, of course, also got to the free throw line more often, and out-rebounded the Hawks and got a good performance off their bench. Battle being one of the guys.
Koncak and Wilkins back in the game for Atlanta. Michael Adams checks back in for the Nuggets. Marcus Liberty up top. Back to Adams. Adams lost it. Cook gets it over Koncak. Rebound, Sidney Moncrief. Atlanta heads the other way. 37-34 Denver. The second quarter has just begun here. Battle, bingo, 2-point and a 1-point game.
Yeah, Battle, one of the guys that they needed to have in Seattle. He twisted his ankle, couldn't play the second half of that ball game. That really hurt them as far as having his outside shooting, and then he was not a big factor in the next ball game down in Portland. Willis missed the game against Utah, so they've had their problems on this trip.
Adams goes baseline and misses. Lane missed a tip, makes a tip. Jerome Lane got good position and tapped it in with ease. 3-point game.
Yeah, had excellent control too, just using one hand. He had another one a little earlier in the game.
Moncrief gives it to Koncak. His open jump. Nope. Rebound Lane.
He's got to make that shot with more consistency to help the Hawks.
Adams right down the middle, scoops it up. There's Liberty.
And that's about, I think that's 7 now offensive rebounds that the Nuggets have had. They had 4 at the end of the first quarter, and just gotten 3 right now.
And got them very late in that quarter. The last 2 minutes, they got virtually all their offensive rebounds. Battle almost walks. Koncak open again. Won't go again. Laying the rebound. Kevin Willis about to check back into the Atlanta scheme of things. All alone. Liberty has really helped him. He has 7 points. And a timeout is called by Atlanta. And the game is slipping away, perhaps. 43-36. Biggest lead of the night for Denver.
Sunday morning on TBS. World War II. In the wake of Pearl Harbor, one battle will decide the war in the Pacific. Henry Fonda, Charlton Heston, and Glenn Ford.
Let's get to battle stations.
Midway. Then, Vietnam. The rules of war have changed, but the bravery of America's finest hasn't. John Wayne leads the Green Berets. Midway, followed by the Green Berets. It all begins at 10:35 Eastern on TBS Sunday morning.
Sometimes I dream I'm in Italy, driving this incredible sports car. And my boss is there. He says,
"We need a ride to the shareholders meeting."
Now, here's where it gets weird. The sports car has 4 doors. I mean, there's no such thing as a 4-door sports car. It's just a dream, right?
Won't you sail away now, where the sun warms every shore? The Caribbean calls you with the sweet sea breeze and more.
Discover the joys of Royal Caribbean's Caribbean. 3 to 10 night cruises to the Bahamas, Virgin Islands, Barbados, and more on the grand resorts of the 7 seas.
One of the reasons the Hawks trail by 7, offensive rebounding on the part of the Nuggets. We always talk about penetration, creating problems. You see Koncak had to come over to help out, and the Nuggets get good inside position, get that long bounce, and boom, the ball is right back in the hole, and the Hawks need to regroup here.
They're down by 7. John Battle handles the ball up top and jumps. Thank goodness for him. He's come in and shot it well. 43-38 is the score.
And he came back to the huddle that time and said, hey, get the ball to me down low. I got good position. He was 4 for 5 in the first quarter and hasn't touched it yet offensively here.
There goes Adams. Bangs it up there too hard. Rebound by Kevin Willis. So Atlanta controls the ball, down by 5. 9:45 left in our first half. Spud. Nope. Rebound off the deck. Rasmussen back in the game. Here comes Adams again. Cross court. Lane almost walks, now jumps. As they battle for the rebound, a foul against Denver. Cook.
Vernon Maxwell took a swing at Sidney Green in that San Antonio game, was ejected.
Looks like the All-Star break is getting here just in time. A lot of punch-outs tonight. Battle into the lane. That won't go. Rebound, Wolf. Michael Adams up the floor. Off it comes to Williams. And a foul as he misses. It's on Kevin Willis, his second.
Kevin gets called for this because he's going to jump up in the air as Reggie comes in strong and goes straight up in the air, and then the body contact is there. Had he stayed down on the court, nothing probably would have been called.
Williams' first point of the night from the line. It's 44-38. Willis with a rebound.
Okay, Reggie made a heck of a start when they picked him up. 24 points, I believe he got in his first outing as a starter.
He's bounced around, but maybe has found a home here in Denver. Webb looks to Wilkins. Spud.
Nope, got to hit that shot. That's 2. He's got 2 wide open shots. Koncak's had 2 wide open shots by kicking it out. Those guys have got to make them.
Or you get beat. Rasmussen does make it. 46-38. 6 for Rasmussen, biggest lead of the night. 8.5 minutes left till halftime. Willis, there's the little hook. Kevin is having a good night offensively. He has 11. 46-40. Denver has the lead on the ball. And they're doing it without Adams having a big night. Rasmussen again over Willis. So now you're going to have to go out and play him because he's making a believer out of him.
Well, he could just as easily start missing all those like he was in the first quarter.
Battle goes to the hole, and the foul is called on the break. Looked like he popped an elbow out there as he sailed in there.
Yeah, it looked like he threw his left arm out as he made the penetration. But here's the trip before down the court. Battle with the good bounce pass inside to Kevin Willis. Just backs in on Cook. And Williams should have attacked him. He just kind of made a token swing at him, and that allowed Kevin to make the swing into the middle. Had Williams gone down and just one double teamed, Kevin would not have been able to make that move.
Cook commits his third foul. Wolf has 3 fouls. Kenny Battle checks back into the game.
Well, if they keep hammering it down inside, keep drawing fouls, this team with injury problems could have some difficulty, and they'd have to go to the bench, and that could be a big difference in the game.
48-42 is our score. Williams, 3-point try, and he drills it. These guys aren't doing a whole lot wrong. It's a 9-point game, 51-42. 7:45 in the first half. Wilkins eludes Battle, banks it up good, and a foul.
4 on Wolf.
That's 4 fouls on Wolf, so they are in trouble now. And the gamble by Westhead does not pay off.
Yeah, well, the floater almost was picked off, but by doing that, Wolf had to come over to help out because the defender, Lane, got out of position, and that draws the problem. It's Battle actually who went over to try and make the steal. And had Battle maintained his position, Joe Wolf would not have had the help, and he wouldn't have picked up his 4th foul.
And he stays in the game with the 4 foul. 51-45 is our score. Williams, checked by Koncak, jumps over him and gets a very fortuitous bounce. They've had a couple of those tonight. They lead by 8, 53-45.
Now go back inside again.
Dominique with a hook.
So Dominique said, hey, I got great position. Get me the ball, and he's producing.
He has 15 points. Nobody helps Webb at all, and Adams gets an unmolested layup.
Now, does that tell you how quick he is that Spud Webb can't stay with him?
Koncak fumbles it on the way up. No whistle. Reggie Williams at the other end, 2-on-2, shoots the jumper. 10-point game, 57-47. Atlanta just cannot stop him at the moment. 6:45 till halftime. Willis against a double team. Koncak's open jump. This time he drills it. His first points of the night. Rasmussen from the head of the circle again.
He's starting to feel it. You pointed out that's 3 in a row. He said
10 points in the game. 59-49 with 6:15 left till halftime. That might be on Williams.
It is.
And play is halted here. Anthony Cook checks back into the game. At the conclusion of the game, by the way, Rick Barry will be selecting the Miller Genuine Draft Player of the game. Battle near the foul line to Koncak, hammers it low, good pass to Willis. There's the little hook, but it won't go. Battle fumbles the rebound, gets it back, and here comes Adams. 59-49. The foul will be against Spud Webb. Webb picks up the foul.
Watched again the quickness. You want to force him to the left. There's the crossover, the quick left move. Spud definitely moving with the body. Adams smart enough to make sure he drew the contact. And you see he always comes back there, though, with that right hand. But he has a great knack of getting it off.
Well, he's a tough little guy. Looks like a shot putter when he makes that free throw.
Not shooting the ball very well, however. I mean, he's only shooting something like 40%. Almost 41% overall. Only shooting 29.3 on 3-point field goals as Mo comes in for Koncak.
Frustrating night for John, and Adams tries again. You can see Denver warming to the task, and the Hawks headed in the other direction, at least for now. Adams knocks them both down, the biggest lead of the night. I keep saying that. 61-49. Webb front court. Denver's turned their game up a notch here lately. Foul Rasmussen. Liberty checks into the game. Cadillac Anderson gets in as well. Williams and Rasmussen go out.
Anderson, the Hawks see him about once a week. He's been at Milwaukee and at New Jersey, and the Hawks have played each a couple of times, and now they see him again.
Yeah, well, they definitely had to go at it in Milwaukee, and then he had one game in New Jersey, and that was the game the Hawks played. And
a technical foul has been called here against John Battle of Atlanta. That's the quietest technical perhaps in NBA history. That was right in front of us. I didn't see John say anything.
He's saying he got it for something that he'd said before. It was like a time delay technical.
Well, that's not the way it's supposed to work. Adams takes care of that. And we hear the young official Ron Oleksiak explaining to Bobby Weiss. Said for the last 5 minutes he's been something or else. I don't think you get him cumulatively, do you? Maybe you're an expert. You ought to know.
Oh, thank you very much, Skip. Listen, I got one for just the way I was looking. I mean, how's that for one? You didn't like the way I was looking at him.
Well,
I appealed that one.
I bet you did. 62-50 the score. Adams almost walked. Anderson sets a pick for it. He gets into the lane, scoops it up, won't go. Anderson's tip won't go. Malone, the next rebound. 5:21 left in the first half. John Battle shoots his jumper. Not this time. Once again, the Nuggets have the rebound. Clears it to Adams. 12-point game. Adams for 3. No rebound by John Battle.
That was far enough out to be worth 4.
You're right. But no cigar. Battle down low to Wilkins. Banks it up too hard. Gets it back. Yes. Dominique rebounds his own missed shot and has 17 in the game.
I think the Hawks have had a little lull again here late in the first quarter. 22nd timeout by Denver. Late in the first quarter and going here into this second period, it's a down period for them, and they've always had one. So if they don't get much worse than this and can chip away at this in the last 4:47 and not have another down period, they certainly have a great opportunity to win this ball game. But that has not been the case. That one down period has lasted too long and cost them victories in 4 of their 5 games on the road.
Well, let's face it, you look at the personnel, and I know you don't play games on paper, but on paper, Atlanta ought to win this game easily. But as I said, you don't play them on paper, and right now Denver leads by 10. But a long way to go, and the foul trouble of the Denver big men may prove to be very important in the later stages of this game. 4:47 left till halftime. Paul Ryden will have a halftime feature about the Denver team. You'll have some items, eh, Rick?
Yeah, we have a few.
You can give us a
good
hint?
news, bad news stuff. No, I guess we'll just wait. It's not that far away. Okay.
Whatever you say.
Don't like to spoil surprises.
It's your halftime. That worked out okay, but only 2 on the shot clock. Look at that. Liberty throws up a prayer and gets an answer. He's got 9, and he has really played well off their bench. 64-52 with 4:15 left till halftime. Rivers posts up against Adams. Battle. Wilkins and a whistle. Illegal defense against Denver.
Yeah, it was a little bit hectic that last trip down there as the ball is finally saved, and Liberty just makes a little running shot, floater, throws it up, drills it in, and when things are going good, those are the type of shots that will drop for you. As Joe Wolf surprisingly comes back in with 4 personal fouls.
They just don't have many other people. Cook goes out, Adams goes out. The technical is missed by Battle. Atlanta will inbound on the side.
So right now the big question is this down period the Hawks are going through going to be too long a period for them to be able to battle back from the old deep hole syndrome that they're getting themselves into again.
Wilkins double team. Out it comes to Rivers. Battle on the run. Left it short. Wilkins. Oh, what a move. Over the head. He jammed it home.
Boy, you talk about great anticipation and alertness on the part of Dominique Wilkins. Picked up an air ball and threw it in.
64-54.
Yeah,
Battle and assist.
Pick the air ball up in midair.
Anderson, there's a Rivers steal, and an easy basket will be the result. And the Hawks are within 8, 64-56 with 3:25. Doc on the board for the first time tonight. Maybe that'll get him on track. 64-56. Williams from near the foul line, too tall, out of bounds, still belongs to Denver. Rasmussen back into the
Watch
game.
the left part of your screen. Neat comes from under the basket. The ball is short. That's very impressive.
Just very casually whips it over his head.
He's just trying to warm up a little bit for the slam dunk competition, defending his title.
He's not in it, is he?
He told me he was, yeah.
I thought he's...
Yeah, he's defending his title, yeah. Michael Jordan is not.
I thought he said the heck with it.
No.
Oh, he's back in. All right. Yeah. Wolf into the lane. Rebound Willis.
Well, he's from North Carolina. And his folks a show. Yeah, you're right. See, it's amazing sometimes, though, how a little dunk, an easy shot can help untrack you when you're having a tough time offensively.
And suddenly it's a 6-point game. Atlanta right back in it after playing dreadfully for about 9 minutes. Williams, all of a sudden those long bombs aren't falling for Denver as they were earlier.
The Hawks doing what they needed to do. He said if they could just cut this thing back down going into halftime, they'll be in good shape if they don't have another lull in the second half.
Dominique for 3. Nope. Rebound. Malone controls it and draws the foul from Rasmussen. Good job by Moses Malone. He'll go to the line to shoot 2, but timeout will be called prior to that, and the Hawks will have a chance to move back to within 4.
We Brits are learning your American football. Right, Joe?
Yeah, right.
The other way! Catch the ball! And after practice, we drink a great American beer. Miller Lite.
Miller Lite, with its crisp, refreshing Pilsner taste, it's everything you want in a beer today.
What are they doing now?
They're practicing touchdowns.
Got a painful cold? Gotta get relief? Get Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine. It relieves painful cold symptoms some others miss with a decongestant, antihistamine, and a pain reliever you can't find in any other leading cold medicine.
The pain's gone.
Ah, I can breathe.
Everything feels better, better, better.
Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine. Relief for your painful cold. And now for sinus and allergy relief, try new Alka-Seltzer Plus sinus allergy medicine.
Nissan Leaders are brought to you by Nissan, built for the human race.
Nissan started a few years ago with cold-rolled steel and a hot idea to build the best. First came the Twin Turbo Z, and it was judged the best. Then the Maxima, and it was called the best as well. Now come the new Nissan Sentras, and they're called the best. In fact, in the last 2 years, Nissan's new lineup has won more major awards than anyone, 17 in all. Nissan. We started out making cars. We ended up making history.
Well, Rick Barry, it's time once again to look at our Nissan leaders.
And Michael Adams sneaking up there into the top 3 ahead of Kevin Johnson. And just look what John Stockton is doing. I mean, Magic Johnson's having a great year again with the Lakers, and they're on a roll, but Stockton just always seems to be able to stay ahead of him.
Malone shoots 2. Magic didn't score much against us in their win on Thursday night. The next night against the Clippers, he went for 30.
Yeah, well, he does what he has to do to help him win. Michael Adams, meanwhile, who's third, already has 9 assists in this ball game.
Hawks are within 4 after trailing by 12. Adams up the floor with 2:20 left in the quarter. Williams on the right wing. Adams has had a tough night at 3 out of 11 from the field. Rasmussen, he's got 12. 8 of them in this quarter. 66-60 is the score. Denver on top. And we have reached the 2-minute period.
And John Battle just traveled with the ball twice.
Doc Rivers can't buy it. Lane, the rebound, looks to unload, makes a terrible pass, and it's picked off by Kevin Willis. Dominique for 3 more. Rebound, Lane again. This time he hands it off, and a whistle and a foul is going to be called against
Lane.
Jerome Lane. And Doc Rivers drew that.
I think kind of like Lane more or less gave that one out. He kind of drilled him. Watch Lane right here. Gonna kick the ball off to Adams. Now watch this move. I mean, he just came over and laid one on him. Jimmy Capers turned around, blew the whistle, and said, gotcha.
Rivers with the inbounds pass. No pads in this game either, folks. Dominique is double teamed, looks for help. Good pass to Battle, gets him the open jump. It won't go. There's Malone and a whistle.
See, that's the kind of play we're talking about that Nick has been making all season long, something that he hadn't done in the past. He noticed the setup of the defense, and Rivers, whose man dropped back down inside, was wide open, and he found them cross court to give him the good play.
Rasmussen picks up his third foul. They're in deep trouble up front. Moses to the foul line. Moses has really helped the Atlanta team off the glass and offensively. And he shoots 2 here, can bring his team back to within 4. That's 10 points for him off the Atlanta bench.
Blair Rasmussen still complaining about the call. He's been warned by Ron Oleksiak, and he's liable to pick up a technical if he opens his mouth one more time, just like John Battle did.
4-point game. Here comes Adams. Adams into the lane. Willis got him, and he just missed the shot. 2-shot opportunity. Marcus Liberty back into the game for Denver.
So let's watch Michael Adams again. You can see they force him to the left. Willis stepped in to do it. I'll tell you what, it looked like he had ball early on that play when he reached across, but Michael Adams tremendously quick. Very difficult for a big man to have to pick him up when he's on the move.
That's 3 fouls on Willis. That could be an item, and he's about to check out as Dwayne Farrell will check in.
Adams shoots those free throws way over to the right side of the free throw line. Rather strange.
He does everything. I mean, he shoots it funny, and he shoots it from a funny place, but he shoots them very well.
I know, and you talk about a guy with perseverance. I mean, this guy was bounced around, waved a bunch of times. Look what he's doing now.
And now he's a big money guy, and he'll be here forever.
Yeah, we'll look at another one now. We'll talk about somebody who was in Scott Skiles. All of a sudden now he's ready. He wants $1.5 million now. All of a sudden he had trouble worried about staying in the league.
Battle, and Farrell turned it over. It was Farrell who turned it over. Adams has it blocked away. Farrell gets it right back. Off it comes to Doc Rivers. 68-62. Foul from behind. 2 shots.
I think that's 3 on Reggie now, isn't it?
Just 2 seconds.
There's 2. You know, there's an example we talk about, Scott Skiles I brought up, but let's watch this. Let's see if here there's a block coming in. Watch Farrell. Waits, times, goes up beautifully. Nice play to tip it and keep it alive. We're talking about a guy like Skiles, a guy like Adams, and we mentioned it in the Laker telecast that there are a lot of guys in the NBA who don't get recognition, who don't get a chance to play, but when they finally do, they turn out to be pretty darn good ball players.
Some do, and then other guys get that chance to play, and you find out they can't play.
Yeah, right. But the thing is, at least they got a chance to prove whether they could do it or not. So many guys don't get their shot.
Rivers makes 1 out of 2. 5-point game with 1:03 left. In and out. Let's hope he doesn't warm up.
Yeah, he's been shooting almost 40% in the last 5 games when he's been going crazy. But normally the rest of the season prior to that, only 29. He's at 0 tonight.
4-3, the doctor. And Atlanta is right there at 68-66. Adams to the 1 minute. And a foul on a 2-shot opportunity. And now the Hawks getting themselves into a little bit of foul trouble.
And created by the penetration of Michael Adams. You worry about Adams when he's firing him up like that and missing, because he's not going to stay at 0, I don't think.
You know it.
There you go, behind the back. Nice move to get the ball to the wide open teammate as Liberty goes to the line.
Clank. He has one more. 68-66. 42 seconds left in the half.
That was the clank of the collapsible rim. Usually without the collapsibles, you know, because from those days it was more of a boink.
Boink. Yes.
Boink.
The old boink. Dominique pulls up. High arc. Won't go. Malone, another rebound. That's knocked away. Wilkins with it. And a foul is called.
Jerome Lane.
Lane is called for the foul. Michael Adams flirts with a technical.
Well, here you go. Neek gets it up high. Now Moses will keep it alive. Try to throw it back up there. Couldn't get it up. And over the top, on top of the ball is Lane. And I really think that was jump ball. He really didn't do very much to Dominique. And we have reason to be complaining.
You saw Rasmussen there stay on the ground with his hands in the air and thus not pick up a foul when Malone had that rebound. Smart play by a veteran player.
Yeah. Well, of course, he's not a great leaper, but he does a good job with his shot blocking. In fact, he's one of the leaders in the NBA in shot blocking.
Denver by 1 with 30 seconds left till halftime.
He's 9th in shot blocking,
Rasmussen. Now shooting it tonight, 14 points.
Now they joked about the kind of money that he got, kind of similar to Koncak. It would be nice if John Koncak could give you the kind of numbers that Rasmussen's giving the Denver Nuggets.
71-68. 8 on the shot clock. 5 on the shot clock. 2 on the shot clock. Now the Hawks have all the time remaining. And a 20-second timeout will be called here by Atlanta. Don't forget, Atlanta finally comes home, leaving early in the morning. Play Cleveland Tuesday night at the Omni and Charlotte Thursday night before the All-Star break. Both those games will be on Sports South with John Sterling and Mike Glenn, and tickets are available for both for those of you watching back in Atlanta. The Prudential halftime report comes up at halftime, and that's not so far away. All the scores and highlights from around the league. Take you to New York City for a preview of U.S. Olympic gold. Paul Ryden looks at life in the fast lane here in Denver with one of his Rye feature presentations.
Yes. But right now the Hawks have done a good job to get themselves right back in the thick of things here. They've done what they had to do after having that lull of about 10 minutes.
Malone, 1 second, less than a second. Good if it goes. Just missed. So at halftime, Atlanta trails, but they might feel pretty good about it because they were buried a bit ago. 71-68 Denver. That's our halftime score.
That's life. That's life. That's what people say.
Life can be maddening, goofy, or downright fun, but it's never predictable. Aflac helps your family be prepared for the unpredictable. We're the expert in supplemental insurance. Our agents work to help close the gaps in your health insurance. Gaps like deductibles and co-payments. Nobody closes those gaps better than Aflac.
'Cause this old world,
Life supplies the surprises.
keeps going around.
Aflac supplies the peace of mind.
The war in the Gulf. CNN is the network with the most complete coverage, from the inner sanctum of the Oval Office to strategic planning in the Pentagon, the banks of the Nile in Cairo, to the chambers of the Security Council, from the front lines of the Saudi desert to the streets of Baghdad, a city under siege, the latest developments in Israel and a Jordan caught in the middle. Now, more than ever, stay with the world's news leader, CNN.
Beginning Monday, TBS is serving up Chuck Norris. Grade A, approved for action. Prime Chuck. He's a choice cut who knows what's at stake. He knows how to be tough. He knows how to be tender. And when Chuck faces his foes, they're dead meat. So turn on the heat and turn up the flames. Because all week long, Chuck's really cooking. Missing in action. A Force of One. Firewalker. The Octagon. And Breaker Breaker. So no matter how you slice it, Chuck Norris delivers a job well done. 5 nights of Prime Chuck. Beginning Monday, 8:05 Eastern. Only on TBS.
Atlanta Hawks basketball is brought to you in part by Nissan, built for the human race.
Coming up on the Prudential Halftime Report, we'll have our NBA news segment, scores and highlights with Tom West. Paul Ryden has a feature on the city of Denver, and I'll be talking live with Hawks head coach Bob Weiss.
Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft. For those who've discovered its real draft taste, The world is a very cool place.
Sunday morning on TBS, World War II. In the wake of Pearl Harbor, one battle will decide the war in the Pacific. Henry Fonda, Charlton Heston, and Glenn Ford.
Let's get to battle stations.
Midway. Then, Vietnam. The rules of war have changed, but the bravery of America's finest hasn't. John Wayne leads the Green Berets. Midway, followed by the Green Berets. It all begins at 10:35 Eastern on TBS Sunday morning.
Beginning Monday, TBS is serving up Chuck Norris. Grade A, approved for action. Prime Chuck. He's a choice cut who knows what's at stake. He knows how to be tough. He knows how to be tender. And when Chuck faces his foes, they're dead meat. So turn on the heat and turn up the flames. Because all week long, Chuck's really cooking. Missing in action. A Force of One. Firewalker. The Octagon. And Breaker Breaker. So no matter how you slice it, Chuck Norris delivers a job well done. 5 nights of Prime Chuck. Beginning Monday, 8:05 Eastern. Only on TBS.
The Prudential Halftime Report is brought to you by The Prudential, where we won't let you get it until you got it.
Welcome back to the mile-high city of Denver, capital of the beautiful state of Colorado. It's time for the Prudential Halftime Report. First of all, in our NBA news segment, it's bad news for the San Antonio Spurs. Rod Strickland has fractured the base of his right hand. It happened Thursday night outside of a nightclub. He is out indefinitely. Well, the NBA has announced their choice of Coach of the Week in the NBA. It is Mike Dunleavy for the Los Angeles Lakers. 14 consecutive wins. What a roll the Lakers are on. And there was a surprise last night because Charles Barkley returned to action. And what a return it was. 24 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists, and 5 steals as the 76ers beat the Suns 96-89. Right now, let's send you back east to the Big Apple and Madison Square Garden, where Dwight Stones has a preview of U.S. Olympic gold, which will be coming on right after tonight's game.
Rick, tonight from Madison Square Garden, the jewel of the indoor track circuit, the 84th Snickers Millrose Games, another in a series of American planned track and field meets on U.S. Olympic gold. Covering the meet with me tonight is Craig Masback. And Craig, there are a lot of great events here at the Millrose Games, but I know you have a particular affinity for one event.
Right, they're all strong. I love the sprints. The hurdles will be very good. I think there's a good chance for a world record, breaking a record that's been there for 21 years in the 600 yards. But the Wanamaker mile is always the crowd pleaser. And this year we have Marcus O'Sullivan from Ireland trying to win his 4th Maker mile, running up against a tough Algerian, Noureddin Morsali. He's the guy I think might set the world outdoor record in the mile in the next couple of years.
There's a good chance of that. So stay tuned for U.S. Olympic gold directly following the basketball game. Now let's rejoin Rick Barry in Denver.
Thank you very much, Dwight. Now be sure and stay with us because Tom West will be along with scores and highlights from action around the NBA tonight. And Paul Ryden will have a feature on life in the fast lane here in Denver.
Sunday night on TBS. He has no name.
What did you say your name was again? I'll kill you!
I didn't.
No home.
Fellow like that, what do we know about him? Who is he? Where's he come from?
And only one thing in mind. Revenge.
Who are you?
Clint Eastwood in High Plains Drifter. Sunday night at 7 Eastern on TBS.
Ladies and gentlemen, I wish my old partner was here tonight because this used to be our song. I have everything.
All my dreams come true.
Eddie.
In my arms, stocks and bonds, and a hope for two.
In the movies, happy endings are easy. But in the real world, they take solid planning. So for peace of mind, investment advice, even buying or selling your home, come to the companies of the Prudential and build your future on the rock.
With 1 week to go before the All-Star break, let's check the rest of today's NBA action. Starting with a matinee at the Richfield Coliseum. Minnesota and Cleveland meeting for the first time this season. Chucky Brown for the Cavs acrobatically off the hoop, off the backboard and in. Minnesota counters, Tyrone Corbin, the power jammy at 25. The Timberwolves led by 2 with less than a minute to play. But Nance, with the steal, gets the ball back from John Morton, and he goes in to tie the game with 43 seconds left. They went to overtime. Brad Daugherty, the big gun for Cleveland, with 35 points, and Cleveland prevails in OT 113-110. In New York, the Knicks playing without Patrick Ewing. He had the flu, but New York still won by 14, extending Sacramento's road losing streak to 18. That's a franchise record. To Market Square Arena, a tight one between the Sonics and Pacers. Fourth quarter, Detlef Schrempf stripped of the ball. Sean Kemp warms up for next Saturday's slam dunk competition, and it's 89-88 Seattle. But later in the fourth, the Pacers' Reggie Miller seals this victory with the layup, and the Pacers win it 106-100. They've taken 5 of their last 7. The state of Florida has the 2 teams with the worst records in the league. Orlando prevails tonight, Scott Skiles with 27. To the Hemisphere Arena, Rod Strickland again out about 6 weeks. The Rockets taking advantage early. Kenny Smith with the layup as Houston goes up 29-21. Back comes San Antonio. Willie Anderson dishes it to David Robinson, who rams it through 33-29 Houston. San Antonio at the end of the third quarter. Watch Avery Johnson, who was starting in place of Strickland, nails the three-pointer. And this one is tight with less than 2 minutes to go. San Antonio leads it by 2. Finally, Utah leading at the half against New Jersey by 2. When we return, Paul Ryden takes us on a speedy trip through Denver.
I couldn't raise the money to save the orphanage. I guess I'm a failure.
Larry Billigan from Wall Street. I've invested in their future.
All you needed was some faith.
And friends.
In the movies, happy endings are easy, but in the real world, they take solid planning. So for peace of mind, investment advice are the home of your dreams. Come to the companies of the Prudential and build your future on the rock.
The halftime Prudential report continues. Now, over the past several years, Paul Ryden has had a rather unique approach to doing his features. Tonight, he has another one featuring Denver.
On the offensive end.
You've seen the scores on your local sports report, and your jaw has dropped at the sight and sound of them. You look at the up-tempo action of the Denver Nuggets, and you say to yourself,
no wonder. But what you may not fully grasp is that Denver's hurry-up, fast-break style of play has affected not only this team, but this entire city.
Just look at the traffic, for instance. It moves a little bit faster than it does in your hometown. One advantage of that, rush hour is actually rush half hour. Or if that's too time-consuming, ride Denver's Rapid Transit. It really is. No, basketball's not the only thing that moves faster than average in Denver. The Nugget style has left the mile-high city the mile-a-minute city. Police reaction time gets help to the scene of a crime before the crime has even been committed. And while Rome wasn't built in a day, Denver could be taken down in half a day. Children in Denver just love it here. School days are shorter. Why, Denver kids are already home before other schools finish homeroom. There's still homework, of course, but that's no problem. Everyone in Denver's a speed reader, leaving more time for recreational activities. Skiing is nearby if you've got a few minutes to kill. Lift lines are long, but short. In Denver, fast food is just that. But if you don't want to go out, just stay home and order a pizza. In Denver, it's delivered in 30 seconds or less, or you get your money back.
You ever notice how other languages sound so fast? Try listening to somebody from Denver. See what I mean? Slow down. I can't. People in Denver, they speak at 300 words a minute with gusts up to 500.
There is unfortunately a downside to Denver's life in the fast lane. The Broncos fell quickly from AFC champs to AFC chumps. And ironically enough, Nugget fans are discovering that for all its hurry-up style and fast-breaking action, the 1990-91 season is turning out to be a very long one.
But well, this is really quick. Oh, excuse me, I have to get myself. Denver obviously has got to me also. So let's take a little break with the Hawks trailing 71-68.
The Prudential Halftime Report has been brought to you by the Prudential, where we won't let you get it until you've got it.
Which 4x4 half-ton pickup gives you better ground clearance, Chevy or Ford? Both try to drive over this protected camera cage. First, the Chevy, plenty of clearance. But the Ford, cameras don't lie. No wonder more truck owners switched to Chevy last year than to any other truck. When it comes to ground clearance, more people are winning with
Heartbeat of America.
Now it's easy to win with the Heartbeat.
As the world watches CNN's live coverage of the Gulf War, remember, CNN is the premier source for all news, with reports from the business world on Moneyline, highlights and scores on Sports Tonight, interviews with newsmakers on Larry King Live, hard-hitting investigative reports, sizzling debates on Crossfire, entertainment features on Showbiz Today, and the lifestyle trends of the 90s. Now, more than ever, rely on the world's news leader, CNN.
Sunday night on TBS. He has no name.
What did you say your name was again? I'll kill you!
I didn't. No home.
A fellow like that, what do we know about him? Who is he? Where's he come from?
And only one thing in mind. Revenge.
Who are you?
Clint Eastwood in High Plains Drifter. Sunday night at 7 Eastern on TBS.
Well, Bob, a very difficult first half for you guys. Had another one of those lulls, and it looked like Adams was still causing some problems. What adjustments you had to make?
Well, he's the biggest problem. Although he was only 4 for 16, he was still the thorn in our side because he had 11 assists and he got to the free throw line 8 times. If he shoots 16 free throws and gets 22 assists, it's going to be a long night for us. So I think we're going to have to play him more straight up, not help as much, and make him beat us on our own.
What did you tell the ball club at halftime? Again, they continually have one period where they don't play well. I mean, what do you try to do to get these guys back playing the kind of ball you want them to play?
Well, I think a big key for us is not to try and blow teams out in one play. We've just got to come down, play our game, not try and do it in one big bunch.
Well, I know this is an important win for you. Hopefully you'll get it because you got 2 games you can win at home before the break. Thanks, Bobby. Good luck. Back to you, Skip.
Okay, Rick, thanks very much. 71-68 Denver. That's our halftime score, and we'll look at the stats here. The edge in rebounding, interesting for Denver. You wouldn't figure them to out-rebound the Atlanta team. Dominique leads the way for Atlanta. He has 21 points, and he made his last 6 baskets to help bring the Hawks back in the closing minutes of the first half. Adams not shooting the ball well, but he leads the way for Denver. One of the more exciting plays of the first half was by Dominique Wilkins, Rick.
Yeah, yes, keep an eye on Neek, who's going to be in here on the baseline. Battle goes up to shoot it and comes up with an air ball. Neek with the great move inside baseline, timed it perfectly, and gives, well, probably might have been a 40-something in the slam dunk contest on that one. But the big trouble for Denver in this ball game has been the problem with their fouls. Wolf with 3, Cook 3, Rasmussen 3, Williams 3. If the Hawks can continue to hammer it down inside like they did to start the ball game when they got their lead, that could be a big factor in coming away with a victory. They cannot start settling for those outside shots, which have proven to kill them in several of the games on this road trip.
Joe Wolf is going to be in the lineup for Denver as the third quarter begins.
If you remember, we talked about inside scoring. Denver was trailing the Hawks early when they were down, and now they lead 20-16 on the inside with 10 offensive rebounds to go with those points.
Rasmussen has been hot, not this time, and Spud Webb jumps in for the rebound. So Atlanta can move to within 1. A 3-point basket would tie the game. Webb dribbles the left side. Neek has still just 21, not just 21. He still has 21. Adams up the floor. Wolf. He walked. Prior to Wilkins reaching in, traveling is called on Joe Wolf. .25 left in the third quarter.
Got a feel for Paul Westhead trying to deal with this team and still having that lawsuit going on and the problems back there.
Yeah, that's a real mess.
Sad.
Webb for 3, won't go, and Wolf the rebound. So neither team can buy a rebound. Adams tries a 3-point hoop. No, nowhere near. Rebounded by River.
He's now 1 for 11. 1 for his last 11.
That almost scares you. He's 1 out of his last 11, and Denver leads by 3. This may be the only scoreless quarter in history. And nobody's scored yet. Adams back to Williams. The bounce back pass success Rick Barry talked about that pays off.
And Rasmussen with the nice block down the other end. And again, that's one of the reasons I like to see Spud just pull up and take that short jumper rather than challenge the big guys.
Denver by 5, 10:22 left and a whistle.
Kevin Willis having a few words with Adams out there as they were pushing going down the court somewhat. We're going to see the block again as Spud kicks it off, makes the good play. Willis with a nice bounce pass, and then Spud trying to challenge Rasmussen, who came over weak side to make the nice play. And down the other end, it leads to this easy two on the part of Williams and another assist for Michael Adams.
Farrell into the game. Willis up. That's 4 fouls on Willis. Atlanta didn't need that. That hurt.
Yeah, that's what's the big foul problem that the Hawks have now, because Willis is having a good ball game, especially down inside offensively.
Wolf against Koncak gets nothing, but the rebound is good. Cook got the rebound as Koncak had to jump over and try to help. And Denver opens it up to a 7-point game with 10 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Wilkins spins it off to Spud on the base. Back to Dominique. For 3. Cook the rebound. And Adams heads the other way. Adams into the lane, finds Rasmussen, the trailer, and he drills another one. 16 for Rasmussen. Timeout, Atlanta. It's a 9-point game. Denver has come out firing. Atlanta is yet to score in the third quarter.
Genuine Draft. For those who've discovered its real draft taste, the world is a very cool place.
All my friends never know cider.
Outside, smoother aerodynamics than a Porsche 928 helped make Chevy Corsica one of the most fuel-efficient cars in its class. Inside, careful attention to detail helps make it a most efficient and worry-free place to be. Corsica, a very comforting way more people are winning with.
The heartbeat of America. That's today's Chevrolet.
Tonight, TBS presents the most prestigious indoor track and field event in the U.S., featuring the Sports Athlete of the Year, Michael Johnson. The Snickers Millrose Games on U.S. Olympic Gold, a TBS Sports exclusive. After Hawks basketball tonight.
Atlanta Hawks basketball is brought to you in part by Chevrolet. See why more people are winning with the heartbeat of America. And by Dutch Boy. Year after year, Dutch Boy is the look that gets the looks.
Well, Michael Adams may not be shooting well, but he's doing a great job with assists. He had 11 in the first half. Here he comes crossing over. They force him to his left. People come to help. And there's Blair Rasmussen, who's all of a sudden got the hot hand from the outside. And there's a 7-footer who knows how to shoot the outside jumper. He's going to love playing with Adams.
So play is about to resume. They've had good luck against the Hawks division. These two teams split the season series a year ago. Webb up the floor for Atlanta. 77-68. Dominique against Wolf. Wayne Farrell's jumper. Yes, sir. Farrell gets the Hawks on the board. It took them 2.5 minutes to scratch in the third quarter. 77-70 the score. Williams against Doc Rivers. Goes to the hole. Got it.
Again, a good move, but somebody should have been challenging him, and he came from 19 feet away from the basket.
12 for Williams. Good look by Dominique, and Wayne Farrell gets the basket, just looked it in there. 79-72, Dwayne with 6.
Made a defensive switch now, if that's going to stay that way, with Dominique going out on Rasmussen.
Blair thrown up by Adams, no answer. He stole it though to Cook, to Rasmussen at the foul line, and he missed. Rebound by Atlanta. Spud Webb churns up the floor to Rivers, spots up and jumps. Yes. 79-74. Denver by 5. 8:20 remaining in our third quarter. Barry and Carey with you from McNichols Arena in Denver. Wolf against Farrell. Fakes left-handed hook. Yes.
Well, nice left hand. Joe's made 3 left-handed shots already. And that little move there.
He has 8 points. A couple of ACCers battling one another. Farrell and Wolf. Wilkins up top. Rivers for 3. Got him. So Doc has 5 points in a row and 13 in the game. 81-77. Atlanta back to within 4. Rasmussen from 19. Not this time. Koncak the rebound. Off it comes to Webb. Atlanta can close to within a field goal once more. Spud with play instructions heads to the left side of the floor. Dominique with the hook. Wolf the rebound off to Adams again. Here he comes. Cross-court pass. They find Cook. He got it. Another layup. 83-77.
You notice that they're not afraid to drive against John.
Webb up the left side. Wilkins comes away with it. Good look to Spud. Out it comes. Farrell drives, misses. Offensive foul, Dwayne Farrell. Ball goes back to Denver.
Well, here you see, is Wolf planted? Yeah, had good position that time before Farrell had actually picked the dribble up. Good call.
Kenny Battle checks back into the game for the Denver team. Wolf goes up. Adams works the right side. Cook against Koncak. No. Rebound. Koncak pulls it down off to Webb. 2-on-2 break with Wilkins. Webb into the lane. Has it stripped away in the foul.
And again, we'd like to see Spud be a little bit more active offensively. Only took 2 shots in the first half. He's really not making Adams have to work very hard.
On the Chevrolet scoreboard, you see that the Knicks won, as did Orlando. That's an overtime game. Cleveland gets a much-needed win. Indiana over Seattle. David Robinson is fouled out. And Utah, New Jersey playing them tough.
Yeah, I tell you, but Houston has really given San Antonio a battle in all their games this year, and they've had a couple of them without Akeem Olajuwon and still been played tough. Beat them the other night.
They're right at the 500 mark without Olajuwon, which is pretty darn good. Foul, Rivers reaching it. And he knew he did it. 6:26 left, second foul on Glenn Rivers.
Well, you see Doc's going to come over and just reached right in, and no question about the foul being called as he went for the steal.
Wilkins has Rasmussen up top. Battle handles the ball against Farrell. Off it comes to Williams. Open jump shot. Nope. Rebound. He got it right back. Goes baseline. Hit the bottom of the basket. Webb the rebound. Webb with Wilkins against Adams. Adams took the foul.
I thought that Spud was going to throw the floater to the basket for Neek, who was open on the right side. So watch again and see. Now I say right here comes Neek. Now right over here, lob it. And Neek would have run to the ball. Instead, this time Adams picks up the foul, just grabbing onto Spud.
Spud shoots 2. 6:04 left, third quarter. Atlanta's very much in the game. It's 83-80. But you'd like to see the Hawks put together like a 5-minute surge and open this thing up.
Yeah, they need to do that without question. But of course, it's nice to see Spud. Now he's challenged Adams the last 2 times and picked up a couple of fouls.
6 points for Spud. Michael Adams up top. Turnover gives the ball to Atlanta. 5:54 left in the third quarter.
And this is as close as they have been for quite a while since they had a lead midway through the first period.
Atlanta can tie the game. Rivers on the left sideline against Williams. Koncak sets the pick. Dot, 18-footer tie game. Rivers with 15 is really warmed up here. Here comes Michael Adams the other way. Into the lane he goes. Little jump shot. He can't buy one tonight. Rebound out of bounds. And they're going to give the ball to Denver. Koncak, I guess, touched it last. Bobby Weiss, as you see, did not agree. Can they get it in? Yes. Cook has it. 83 all is our score. Adams handles it again. 5:25 left, third quarter. Running one-hander, Adams, he got that one out. That doesn't get him going. He's got 18 points, but he's really struggled. 85-83 Denver. Marcus Liberty about to check back into the Denver lineup. Webb right down the middle, and a foul will be called on Rasmussen. That's 4 on Rasmussen.
Yeah, well, Spud obviously looking to be a little bit more offensive-minded here in the second half. It's 3 soirees to the basket that he's gone on. This time he was able to do a good job of keeping the ball away from Rasmussen. He was aware of the fact that if he had just put it up in the air, he would have had it blocked again. Used his body well to draw the foul.
Spud can tie the game and does. 5:02 left in the third.
I think one of the big factors here has been the defensive switch they've made to go ahead and put the Neek out on Rasmussen. That's cut down on the ability of Rasmussen to get open for those opportunity shots.
Now on a switch, Dominique has Michael Adams. Adams finds Rasmussen. Bingo.
And Farrell left to go and help. And that left Rasmussen open to shoot over the shoulder Farrell.
And he has 18. 87-85 Denver. 4:35 left in the quarter. Wilkins, great move, but he missed the layup. Here comes Adams. He's 2 on 3, 2 on 4. So he wisely slows the pace of the things down here. Finds Rasmussen, can't get a shot up. Liberty to Adams. Moses Malone about to check in for Atlanta. 5 on the shot clock. Adams on the move, has it blocked away. Battle has it, can't get a shot up, loses it out of bounds, and the ball will go to Atlanta. Good defense. Malone in, Koncak out. Atlanta will head up the floor and can tie the game once more. Adams 5 out of 20 from the field, 18 points. He does have 14 assists on it.
Well, the thing is, he's not a liability totally when he's out there. He's doing other things, and that's what you must do when you're having a tough game shooting, is do some other things to help the team.
Rivers comes up with a pass. Dominique draws a double team. Hooks it nicely. Farrell drew the foul. Oh, they call traveling on Farrell.
Looked like he slipped as he was going towards the basket.
Well, here comes Adams. Denver on top by 2 with 3:40 left, third quarter. Away from the ball, a foul on Moses Malone.
And it looked like Cook may have, I don't know, got banged. Yeah, it looked like maybe got kneed or twisted his ankle or something, but he's hurting.
Well, they can ill afford to lose a big man. Rasmussen out, Wolf in. Now Jerome Lane will come into the game.
Let's watch the
Cook will go out.
Left-hand side of the screen. Knee, that's what it is. Knee, bang knees.
Adams with the inbounds pass.
Nice job by the crew to pick up that little collision.
Wolf up top. Liberty. On the move. Won't go. Tip is good by Lane. And that one-handed tip. 89-85.
He does a nice job of working hard to get inside position on those offensive boards. Dwayne needed to screen him off that time. Neglected to do so.
The Doc. He is really cooking. 17 for him. 89-87. Battle at the other end. Drew the foul. Shoots 2. It's on Rivers, who argues about it. It's only his third. It comes with 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
I tell you what, you better be ready to have good transition defense when you play against this team. Mike Evans, former Nugget player, one of the assistants for Paul Westhead.
Along with Jim Boyle, who used to coach at St. Joseph's in Philadelphia. 89-87. Battle tries again. 3-point game. That's the margin by which Denver led at halftime. 3 minutes left. Battle with 13 off the Nugget bench. Wilkins thinks about it. The hot man is Rivers. His jump shot. Good again.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not getting anything but net.
He's got 19. Battle at the other end. That won't whistle, and Jim Capers has a foul.
The transition defense is killing the Hawks right now. They're doing a good job scoring down there, but not getting back.
Timeout called by Denver. 90-89 Nuggets. Will be back.
That's life.
You little monkey face, you.
Hey, you didn't look so hot yourself a few months ago.
When the medical crisis is gone, the bills should be too. Aflac Supplemental Insurance helps close the gaps in your health insurance, like deductibles, co-payments. Aflac lets you get on with your life.
Grandpa came through a lot to see you.
She's my girl.
Life supplies the surprises. Aflac supplies the peace of mind.
160 horses. That's what Chevy S10 packs into the biggest V6 engine ever put in a compact pickup. Enough power to help switch more truck owners to Chevy last year than to any other truck. The move to Chevy is becoming a stampede. More people are winning with the heartbeat of America. Now it's easy to win with the heartbeat.
Sunday morning on TBS, World War II. In the wake of Pearl Harbor, one battle will decide the war in the Pacific. Henry Fonda, Charlton Heston, and Glenn Ford.
Let's get to battle stations.
Midway. Then, Vietnam. The rules of war have changed, but the bravery of America's finest hasn't. John Wayne leads the Green Berets. Midway, followed by the Green Berets. It all begins at 10:35 Eastern on TBS Sunday morning.
2 weeks from tonight, 8:05 Eastern Time, we'll be back with you with Hawks basketball on TBS. The Supersonics will be in town.
And that's right after you buy a beautiful Valentine's gift for your lovely wife, Paula, right?
That's exactly right. That is not my lovely wife, Paula.
Well, she's just as lovely.
I should point out, well, I don't know about that, but she ain't bad. And battle to the foul line. One of the big questions tonight is what in the name of all that's good in the world is the Denver mascot supposed to be?
Rocky,
no good.
Rocky the Mountain Lion.
Mountain lions don't have tails like this thing.
Well, he got caught in a lightning storm.
I guess. Looks like a rat. Wilkins front court. That was deflected away, maybe kicked. Length of the floor. Easy lay. Liberty gets the basket. Denver by 4. 2:20 left, third quarter.
I'd like to have seen Neat challenge Wolf, because Wolf was in foul trouble, and he probably would have just bailed out.
Liberty and Kenny Battle have really hurt Atlanta in this game. There's the hot man. Gets it back. Goes for 3. Not this time, but he's going to get another chance. Good pass. Malone blocked by foul. Jerome Lane picks it up. That's only his second. Kevin Willis to check back in for Atlanta.
Well, Moses again is going strong to the basket. It looked like the ball was blocked, and if Lane did anything, he hit him after he blocked the shot.
John Battle about to check in along with Willis after this first Malone free throw. Dominique will take a rest, so will Spud Webb. Malone has one more with 2:02 left, third quarter. Moses 1 out of 2, 93-90 Denver, and they have the ball.
It's okay. The Hawks haven't lost any ground here in this quarter. It didn't look good at the start of the third period, but if they can just not go into one of those deep lulls, they still got a great shot to pull this one out.
Wolf. Malone just missed it. Joe Wolf has 10. 95-90. A minute 33 remaining in the third quarter. Willis up top. Down low, Rivers. Good pass. And the basket is the result. 21 for Rivers. 3-point game. Reggie Williams off balance, won't go. Farrell the rebound, knocked away, and a foul against Denver.
That's going to be a technical foul. Oh boy, I tell you, Ron Alesiak looked at Jerome Lane, take the ball and throw it into the back support and didn't call a technical foul. That is totally inexcusable. That was a blatant violation. Should have been. Watch the shot. Here's a go at the rebound coming up and reaching in, taking away. Lane's upset. Now watch what Lane does. Look at this. Oh, and he just threw it into the support, and the official was looking right at him and let it go.
That should be a tee. Farrell shoots the penalty for Atlanta. 1:11 left in the quarter.
I noticed one of the owners of the team, Peter Bino, who was in attendance. We got to talk to him before the ball game. I'm watching. I mean, he's been moving around. He's been sitting in about 4 different places. It kind of reminds me of the general manager of the Warriors, Dick Vertley, used to do the same thing. He just couldn't stand sitting in one spot. In fact, he used to sometimes walk out and listen with the radio in on the parking lot.
95-94. Denver has the lead and the ball with 1 minute left in the third quarter. And Doc Rivers has a steal, but Malone can't control it. Liberty.
They reset the shot.
3-point basket.
They reset the shot clock, and that's what Kevin Locklery's up yelling about because there was never a possession, and they had reset the shot clock.
They make that a 2-point basket. It's 97-94, 45 seconds left. Battle works against Williams. Malone with it. Liberty all over him. Doc for 3, no. Rebound. There's Lane again. 25 seconds left. Denver will slow the tempo now. You see the time in the quarter. 15 on the shot clock.
Hawks should be able to possibly get a shot off here if the Nuggets shoot the ball just a little bit sooner than right at 1.
5 on the shot clock. Battle loses it. For 3, Williams, no. Rebound Battle with time running out. That's good if it goes, but it doesn't. And the quarter is over, and the teams battle on equal terms in the third quarter. At the end of 3, Denver by 3. We'll be back right after this.
Sunday night on TBS. He has no name.
What did you say your name was again?
I'll kill you!
I didn't.
No home.
A fellow like that, what do we know about him? Who is he? Where's he come from?
And only one thing in mind. Revenge.
Who are you?
Clint Eastwood in High Plains Drifter. Sunday night at 7 Eastern on TBS.
The talking is done.
The time to act is now. Bring the action of World Championship Wrestling right to your door by subscribing to the Wrestling Wrap-Up. Act now and get a year's subscription to wrestling's most informative news monthly for just $24.95. That's more than 50% off the cover price. The Wrestling Wrap-Up is not available in stores, so subscribe now by calling 404-827-4048 to charge by Visa or MasterCard, or send your check or money order to the Wrestling Wrap-Up.
Sit.
Why does one person excel above all others? Is it motivation, raw talent, desire? Is it personal satisfaction, intelligence, luck? There's no magic formula, and there's really no secret. But there is Soloflex. Because Soloflex is designed and engineered with one thing in mind, your body's needs. And we've created the finest, most complete, and simplest system to attain those needs. With Soloflex, the reward is yours. For a free brochure, call anytime.
Well, here's what's happened basically so far. The Nuggets are doing a great job on the offensive boards. 4 of those offensive rebounds for Jerome Lane. Michael Adams shooting poorly, but he has 14 assists. Wilkins and Rivers carrying the load offensively. But in the third period, what really hurt were plays like this for the Hawks being able to take the lead. Dominique throws the ball away. Liberty gets the breakaway, and the transition defense for the Hawks in that quarter was not very good, and that was one of the big reasons why they were only able to play Denver even.
Adams slaps it away from Battle, slaps it away from Battle again. Hawks down to 10 on the shot clock. Battle says a heck with this and drives to the basket. Malone the rebound. Blocked away. Big Battle. It's still on the deck, and Denver comes out of there with a ball, and they've got a 3-on-2. And a slam dunk by Battle. What a pass by Adams. 99-94, and that gets the crowd all fired up. Battle almost had another steal. Farrell looks inside, knocked away. Atlanta still has it on the end line.
And the Hawks are lucky because Battle he stepped in the back court, and it would have been a backcourt violation. The official missed it. Here's a great pass. Look at this move by Battle. And the slam cam. Watch as he just appears in the picture, catches the lob, two hands over the head. Take that, Neek. I can do it too.
Farrell out, Wilkins right back in. That's 15 assists for Michael Adams. His career high is 19. He's got a great chance to get that tonight.
They said the Hawks wanted to go inside and score in there. They've been getting killed in there. 34-18.
Battle with another steal. Here comes Michael Adams. Adams on a drive. It won't go. Rebound by Willis, but a foul is called. I think against Denver and against Lane again. Loose ball foul. That's 5 on Lane, and he's gotten a bunch of them in the second half. There's that mascot. He's a pizza. You say that's a what?
Rocky the Mountain line. Rocky Mountains.
I get it. In overtime, Houston does it again.
Well, of course, not having Strickland.
That's right. He broke his hand.
Fractured base of the right hand. We don't know how it happened, however. That's what they were doing early in the ball game when the Hawks got their lead and had the advantage in the paint. And it's been a different story since that time. Not so much that the Nuggets have hammered the ball down in the paint, but they've gotten so many transition opportunities because of the poor defensive transition on the part of the Hawks that they've dominated in that area.
Cook, Wolf, Rasmussen, 4 fouls. Lane has 5. Williams has 3. Willis to the foul line. Nice soft touch. 99-95 is the score.
Well, the crowd got all pumped up, but if this free throw goes in, they're still back where we were at half, which is a 3-point deficit on the part of the Hawks.
Willis puts them both down. But when you play a team that's 13-30, you hate to have them in the game late. Especially when they've won 5 in a row and 7 out of 9. 4-3. No, took the rebound though. Good move. Anthony Cook now has 7. He is some leaper. 5-point game again. A lot of time left. John Battle over Kenny Battle. No relation. 101-98. Here comes Adams. 4-3. Uh-oh.
We knew that was coming sometime.
That's what scares you. 104-98. Reggie Williams about to return for Denver. Now, late in this game, in this pace, will this altitude hurt the Hawks? John Battle, not this time.
Not for the guys if you're in there and they're still playing, but when you sit down and rest, it could get you.
They call traveling on Liberty. That was a break for Atlanta because the call was made before he walked.
Let's see, indeed, if he does have it, if he gets the possession. He's got it. 1.
But he got hit before he got the other foot.
That is a bad call. Fans had good reason to be, complain about it.
Williams has checked back in. 104-98. John Battle hit. Misses. Offensive foul is the call. Maybe old even-up city there.
I like the call. I really think that John instigated the offensive move that time and the contact by dropping his shoulder.
Wolf comes in. Battle out for Denver.
Denver with this fast pace, still only 8 turnovers. That's really remarkable.
Wolf handles the ball against Wilkins.
They lost the man.
Cook couldn't sink it. Malone went up to contest the shot.
I saw Cook sneak underneath there. Nobody knew where he was there, but they recovered the time. The pass had been quicker was history.
Kevin Willis Backs in on a whistle. He walks.
They have just started to hurt themselves here with turnovers.
They have those stretches, as you pointed out so aptly earlier.
They already had one major one in the first half. They didn't need to have any here in the second. They've already had two minor ones.
Wolf and Wilkins bang at one another in the pivot. Reggie Williams goes into the lane and jumps. 8-point game, 106-98, 8:43 left. Williams with 16. Doc Rivers will try to add some stability for Atlanta. He gets ready to check back in. Dominique against Wolf. Got it. Dominique with 23 and 21 at halftime. So he has not been heard from till that time.
Well, you're going to see Nick make his move to the inside, and he'll make the spin move back as Wolf try to adjust to it. Rasmussen slow coming over to help out, but Nick just too quick for Joe Wolf.
The difference in turnovers, Atlanta 14 now, Denver 8. Moses Malone picked up the foul.
You know, really, I think you get more of an appreciation of how tough it is to guard Michael Adams when he's coming at you on the dribble at full speed, when a guy like Spud Webb can't stay with him.
Adams misses the first. In the first 21 games this year, Adams did not lead his team in scoring once. He has in 16 of their last 22 games.
Of course, Orlando Lovich is with the team.
He's supposed to be back the week after the All-Star game. Detached retina, boy, that's nothing to take lightly. I'm glad everything's all right. Well, there's the 15th Atlanta turnover, and they come in bunches for some reason. 107-100. Adams leaves it for Rasmussen. Moses jumps out to play him. Reggie Williams handles the ball. Dwayne Farrell about to return. Williams is double team. Good look. Good. And a foul. No basket.
They did a nice job here moving the ball on the part of Williams as he makes the move inside. There's the switch. His man screened off the guy, rolled to the basket, which is what you should do. And Williams found the open man. And Neek had to come over to help out, and they draw the foul.
108-100. Dwayne Farrell checks back into the Atlanta lineup to team with Wilkins.
No team this season playing against the Denver Nuggets has failed to score 100 points. There's another turnover.
That's another turnover. Adams for three, yeah. From about 40 feet out. He's got 25. Timeout called by Atlanta, and the Hawks are in big trouble here. But they have time. 7:50 left. We'll be back.
Monday, TBS is serving up Prime Chuck. He's a grade A good guy who knows what's at stake. So turn on the heat and turn up the flames. Because all week long, Chuck's really cooking with 5 films that prove he's in rare form. 5 nights of Prime Chuck. Beginning Monday, 8:05 Eastern. Only on TBS.
Miller Genuine Draft. For those who've discovered its real draft taste, the world is a very cool place.
Look that gets the looks. Use Dutch Boy Satin Finish Paint. It's the one finish every room should start with.
Dutch Boy, he works hard for your money.
And it's time for our new Dutch Boy in the Paint feature, Rick Barry.
Yes, and that's where the Nuggets are winning this ball game. 15 offensive boards, 5 by Lane. Rasmussen at 18 points. Malone's done a nice job with 12 points off the bench. But look, here's another one of turnovers. Look at Adams gets his hand on it. Neek just made a bad play, and then Adams dropped one in from about 4 feet behind the three-point line.
Atlanta could use a hoop. And to that end, Doc Rivers bangs one home. Thank goodness for him. He has 23. Adams almost fumbled the ball, but gets it back.
Yeah, he's got hot. He missed his first 5 3-pointers, and then he's knocked in his last 2.
Boy, Cook was alone down under, but Adams did not see him. Adams goes to the hole. Got it. Malone tried to block his shot, could not. 113, 102, 7:15 left. Dominique dishes it off. Webb. It's a 2-point basket. 113, 104. Spud has been quiet. Now has 10.
Now it's up to the defense.
Rasmussen over Malone. Good again.
See, that's the problem. Moses had it hedged because he had to try be in position to help if Adams drove. That was just enough for Adams to see that Rasmussen was open.
And trading baskets with these guys isn't going to get it done now. Spud tries again. Good again. 9-point game. 2 baskets in a row for Spud. Here comes Adams. Well, he doesn't ever appear to get tired. Not this time, but Wolf kept it alive. Malone comes up with a good effort by Joe Wolf. Comes to nothing for Denver. Spud Webb up the left side. Wilkins with it now. They call a foul. The basket won't go. It's on Wolf, and that's fine.
Well, I'll tell you, I hate to say this, Battle and Lane come back in for the Nuggets. This is just like a classic deep syndrome game, deep hole syndrome, where you fall behind, battle back, and just keep sliding back all the time you get to the top. And there's, you see, Wolf got contact. You couldn't quite see from that angle, but he did bump him with the chest as Neat goes to the free throw line and try to cut into this 9-point deficit. But, you know, you just fall behind on the road. You expend a lot of energy to get back. Then you slide back again. You keep doing it. You usually run out of gas.
You see, that foul situation is the one place where Atlanta has the advantage. Here comes Evans again. 2-shot opportunity, and he almost, even though he had lost the ball, knocked it in anyhow.
Now, you see what's happened is that the word on Adams is that you make him go left. And so what happens is that he's got so much practice doing it, he's gotten very proficient at blowing by the guy. It's that they overplay him so much to the right side that he's got a real easy way to go with a little simple crossover dribble. So, you know, perhaps it might be a situation where you don't want to shade over a full step, just a half step, so that you're in a better position to recover when he makes that crossover.
Adams makes the first and tries again. 4 fouls on Spud. 6:05 left.
Of course, that's easy to say sitting here, except being out in the court when he does it so quickly.
He makes them both. Dominique will inbound against pressure if he can, and does to Malone. Moses clears it back to Rivers, and Atlanta crosses the line. We're halfway through the final quarter. Wilkins against Battle. Wheels. Battle got a piece of it. Dominique is double teamed. Out to Doc. Dominique again. Take it inside. He does, and gets the hoop.
Yeah, wisely, because Lane has 5 fouls, and he was going to be a little passive defensively.
27 now for Dominique. On the run. Adams misses. Dominique rebounds. Outlet Webb. 2-on-2. Spud takes it right at Rasmussen. Offensive foul.
See, that's where, with his quickness, stop 8 feet from the basket and take the little jumper if you want to take it.
That's 5 fouls on Spud.
Let's watch him again as he's coming down now. He should have just pulled up as Rasmussen under the basket, taken a nice shot. That would have left Moses with a clear path to go for the offensive rebound should he have missed a shot.
17-9 is the difference in turnovers. 19-8 is the difference in points. Oh, what a move, though he missed. And the rebound Atlanta, and a foul on Reggie Williams, and he's angry at himself for missing the layup, and thus the foul.
Well, watch again. I think they called the foul on Rasmussen as we watch Williams make the nice move on the reverse. Didn't quite get it high enough on the glass, and over the back, you saw Rasmussen coming in for the foul.
Williams was just upset that he missed the shot. The foul on Rasmussen. That's a break for Atlanta. 5:05 left. It's a 7-point game. Atlanta can cut it to 5.
Illegal defense, I believe. They're counting the basket. Wait, what are they doing?
Certainly not. I hope so, but I don't think so. Oh, they're going to count.
Goes. and negate the illegal defense, and they let the basket go because he was going to call it as the play went. That is a big break.
Because the whistle blew and everybody stopped, and that gave him an easy layup.
Sure did.
Thank you.
And Paul West didn't complain on that one. I think that he had good reason to be up.
117-112. Atlanta within 5. A lot of time left. Wilkins almost stole it. 12 on the shot clock. There he goes again. Adams through the foul. He just tears into the lane and dares you.
Got banged on the right elbow that time. Maybe the funny bone. I don't know. Again, somebody did send me a letter, some doctor telling me why it was called the funny bone.
Well, why don't you share that?
Well, because I forgot.
You remember he sent you the letter, but that's it.
I know. Here you go. Watch the right elbow and boom, right over there. This is where they caught him. That came down right there is where it was after he came down with Neek grabbing onto it. And those of you who have hit your elbow hard know that you get that dead feeling all the way down into the fingertips.
Why is that?
There's a bone that's called something that it's almost like saying funny. That's why. Funicular or something. I don't know.
Okay, Rick.
Just forget it.
Liberty and Williams.
Forget I brought it up.
Joe Wolf checks in. Lane out of the game.
Well, you see why Adams has gotten to the free throw line almost 13 times a game in the last 5 ball games. He's been a real force offensively, averaging almost 36 a game. Last 2 ball games, he was up in the 40s. Had his first triple-double in the last game.
He's a tough little guy, boy. You got to give him a lot of credit. 119-112. 4:40 left. That's an eternity in the NBA. Neek. There's Wolf with a rebound. Adams out of bounds. Who are they going to give it to? Atlanta.
Good call.
Adams touched it last.
Adams knew it.
Paul Westhead, if you're a friend of his, send him a collar stay. He's in trouble.
There's the long pass. Now watch, it'll touch the hand of Michael Adams and just go off out of bounds.
Atlanta could use a hoop. Rivers not this time. Rasmussen with this rebound. Here comes Adams again. Ahead of the pack battle. Knocked away out of bounds. Who gets it?
Farrell saying that he knocked it off of Battle's leg, and that's what the call is.
And Atlanta gets the ball again. And again, Denver can't get a shot up.
And a good hustle by Farrell because they needed that play because it was, again, transition defense. They might have been beaten, but there goes Dwayne to come in from the backside because he was beaten on the play. And I think Doc might have drawn the foul had the ball not been knocked away.
Again, Atlanta can move to within 5. 4:05 left. Against Wolf. Wilkins. Oh, tough break. Wouldn't go for it. Wolf with the rebound. Here they come again. Less than 4 minutes. Rasmussen can't unload at the moment. Now does to Adams. 12 on the shot clock. Battle thought about it. Jumps in. Can't buy it. Rebound Farrell. Good job. Outlet pass Webb. Webb. Slow. What a play by Adams. What a play. 4-3. No. Rebound Spud. Ahead it comes to Doc Rivers. Wilkins. Oh, he got crushed as he made the hoop. Reggie Williams will check back into the game.
Watch Neek again on this move as Doc Rivers looked for the shot. He's thinking about the three-pointer, but he decided to go to Neek inside, and Neek just challenges Rasmussen. Made a good move laterally, as you see when he planted. He saw Rasmussen had come and established himself. Had good lateral movement to get away from Rasmussen and draw the foul. He's gone.
The 6th foul on Rasmussen, who leaves with 20 points and 8 rebounds. Oh, that's a big break for Atlanta. Dominique seeks his 32nd point.
They're right here. And again, when you talk about that my deep hole syndrome, generally speaking, you want to just barely crawl out of it and get that lead right at the end of the ball game, because otherwise it seems like you'll slip back in. So timing looks good right now for the Hawks.
Wolf up top, one of their better scorers, will participate no more for Denver. Adams again. Spud almost got it. 6 on the shot clock. Adams throws up a prayer, nowhere near, and Wilkins the rebound. He's got Spud at the other end for the layup.
Timeout, Denver.
Shot that too early.
I think Denver might need a
timeout. It's a 2-point game. 22nd timeout is called by Denver here with 2:48, but they're going to call it a full TV timeout. Atlanta knocks at the door with 2:48 left in the game, and we'll be back.
Lexus LS400 is equipped with a very sophisticated suspension system, which makes it seem like it's riding on rails, even when it's not.
Gets the looks. Use Dutch Boy Satin Finish. It's the one finish every room should start with.
In trying to make an artistic statement, one should be careful not to let one's personal aroma do the talking. In order not to offend the critics, I recommend Right Guard Sports Stick. It provides maximum protection and the freshest scents, a sublime palette of odoriferous emanations. After all, a true artiste should be remembered for his inspiration, not his perspiration. Right Guard Sports Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Well, Moses Malone did a great job. Credit him here with getting out on Michael Adams. A little help from Spud Webb, forcing Adams to have to throw up this desperation shot, which came up short. And presence of mind on the part of Dominique Wilkins as he spots the streaking Spud Webb, who cuts the lead to 2 with plenty of time left.
Once again, the Hawks knock at the door, but let's see if they can walk through. You can see Atlanta's really, it's good to see this. See the Hawks rally. This is the way they played in the fourth quarter in Seattle. But that didn't work out happily. Perhaps this one will. Wolf against Wilkins. He backs in. 12 on the shot clock. To battle, but a prior to the shot, a foul against Atlanta, and that's a break. Rivers called for the foul.
Both teams in the penalty.
One in. Denver in the paint has outscored Atlanta 38-24.
Yeah, but again, that's a little misleading in the respect that Denver hasn't really hammered it down inside to get their offense to spin off of transition and offensive rebounding, but it still adds up. Those are easy baskets.
121, 117. 2.5 minutes remaining. Atlanta could use a score here. Rivers.
He got hit.
Malone tips it in. That was close to offensive basket interference, but no call. Big basket for Moses, 2-point game. Cook against Malone. Adams against Webb. Adams into the lane. The little runner is short. Atlanta, if they can get this rebound, can tie the game. Webb against Reggie Williams.
Throw it up in the air to him.
Oh, just out of bounds, belonging to Atlanta. No foul is called. Again, he had passed, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, Neek was streaking down the right side wide open, and Spud continues to want to challenge. He's got now. Just throw it up in the air. Look at Reggie's totally committed. He would have had to do a 360 to get to Neek. They were really lucky that time.
22nd timeout is called here by Atlanta with 1:55 remaining in the game.
Here's a better
Atlanta
angle.
will have a chance
right
to tie
now.
it.
Throw it up. That was perfect play. There's no way that Neek wouldn't have been able to get a dunk on that, or certainly an easy 2.
So the Hawks talk things over. This is one of those situations where you feel like if you can ever tie them, you got a chance to win it. This program authorized under broadcasting rights granted by the National Basketball Association and the Atlanta Hawks, and is solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the NBA and the Atlanta Hawks is prohibited.
Let's watch this big tip in that Moses Malone got a few moments ago to cut the lead down to 2, as he did a terrific job on timing. You see penetration on the part of Spud Webb, gets the shot up. Looked like, again, he might have had some contact there. Ball comes up short, and Mo tipped that one right back in as we're back to live action.
And to tie, Rivers shoots an air ball, but there's Malone. He'll shoot 2.
And I tell you, as you pointed out, that ball was very close to still being within the cylinder when Moses tipped it in. And there's Mo again doing a great job. He was a very big factor in the first half with his work inside, and doing it again here late in the ball game.
Cook picks up his 5th foul. Malone can tie it at the foul line. Hawks have scored 7 of the last 9 points in this game. It's a 1-point game. It's a tie game. Denver has won 5 in a row. The Hawks have lost 5 in a row. The last time was at 85. It's now at 121. Reggie Williams works against Spud. Wilkins tried to steal it. Wolf comes away with it. 10 on the shot clock.
Trying to post Spud up. Bad shot.
That was partially blocked. Williams, the rebound won't go. Next rebound, Atlanta. Hawks can take the lead. Wilkins ahead to Rivers. Back to Wilkins. There he goes. No good. Rebound. Yes. And a foul.
Yes. Big play by Dominique. Great hustle.
Reggie Williams picks up the foul. Atlanta by 2. 34 for Wilkins, who was quiet in the 3rd quarter, but has come on strong in the 4th.
Here we'll see the play again. Neek comes in. Nice move. Just to hit the back of the rim. Moses kept it alive. Neek in the right spot. Got body contact and was able to lay it in.
Lane about to check back into the game, and that hurt. Hawks by 2. Denver with the ball. 1:15 left. Michael Adams hasn't handled it much lately, but he does now.
Well, they got out of the hole. Let's hope they don't slide back in.
Adams, there he goes. Blocked away by Malone. Recovered by Reggie Williams for 3. He got it. Timeout will be called by Atlanta. 19 for Williams as he drained the 3-pointer. 1:03 left in the game. The Nuggets by 1. We'll be back.
Sunday morning on TBS, World War II. In the wake of Pearl Harbor, one battle will decide the war in the Pacific. Henry Fonda, Charlton Heston, and Glenn Ford.
Let's get to battle stations.
Midway. Then, Vietnam. The rules of war have changed, but the bravery of America's finest hasn't. John Wayne leads the Green Berets. Midway, followed by the Green Berets. It all begins at 10:35 Eastern on TBS Sunday morning.
We recruited some big-time sports heroes, tossed them Doritos Jumpin' Jack Cheese flavored tortilla chips, and said, hey, what makes these a winner?
Cheese! Jumpin' Jack Cheese! 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 Jumpin' Jack Cheese! Cheese!
Jumpin' Jack Cheese Doritos. Hey, if these guys have to eat their words, it's like, no problem.
Doritos knows jack about cheese.
To help fight the corrosive effects of salt and water, every Lexus features airbag terminals plated in gold. Of course, we might have used a less expensive material, but it wasn't money we were interested in saving.
It's funny how the ball bounces. A game of inches, as they say. Here comes Adams. Great play by Moses Malone to knock it away. Spud Webb can't get to it. Williams gets it and then steps back and drills his 3-pointer to give Denver a 1-point lead with 1:03 remaining.
124, 123 to score. Here come the Hawks. Meek against Wolf. No. Wolf the rebound. Adams with the ball. Foul on Dominique Wilkins. Now Denver can build a 3-point lead with 47 seconds left.
Well, I tell you, Neek got a great opportunity. He's missed a number of these here, although he still has 13. There's the end of the shot, and Wolf with the big rebound as Neek just couldn't get it to drop in and picks up the foul.
Wolf with 11 rebounds in this game. The North Carolina youngster has played extremely well.
But Neek's had at least 3 shots that have just rolled off on that similar type of move.
2-point game. Bobby Weiss has given Doc Rivers the play he wants after this free throw. Nothing but the bottom of the net. 12 for Wolf.
They don't need a three-point shot here. Just get a good basket without wasting a lot of time, and they'll get it back again.
Oh, pass is knocked away. Big scramble. Farrell made a great move to Malone. Up top it comes to Spud at the foul line. A foul, and the basket is short.
Wolf's out.
That'll do it for Joe Wolf.
Boy,
with 30 seconds left. Atlanta really lucky there.
They almost killed themselves there on that one pass. Very fortunate to get it back.
Wolf gets a well-deserved hand as he leaves. Let's look at the action.
Well, that's the one that Farrell picked up, and then quickly to Doc. Good ball movement here. He got Adams coming out, was able to get in, made a nice move to draw the foul against Wolf. Otherwise, he would have had it rejected. And a chance to cut it to a one-point game. 30.1 seconds remaining. So good defense, and they'll still get the ball back for a final opportunity.
This is far from over. Liberty back into the game.
They have a very small lineup in there. As Lane's in there also. Probably have Lane because of his rebounding ability. Offensively, that is.
2-point game. One-point game.
I was worried when they put that one up there that might have been the one that happened jinxed.
126, 125. Timeout is called by Denver. 18 on the 24-second clock, and right at 24 seconds remaining in the game. Well, now what Denver, I would assume, Rick, wants to do is go to the hole and use the penalty.
And I wonder who might do it. Yeah, Michael Adams. Of course, the big thing is this team, on very rare occasions, I'm sure, has ever had to go ahead and try to use the clock up and take a full 24 seconds. So they might be a little screwed up trying to run their offense here.
That's a good point.
You know, because you're not used to doing it. So we'll see what they come up with. But I would think that they definitely want the ball in the hands of Michael Adams.
Wouldn't be surprised if he gets the opportunity, if he doesn't try to deliver a knockout blow with a three-point basket. He fires them at all times and all game.
But again, you have to play up on him, overplay him just a half step to his right, make him go back to his left side, send him to the middle with some help. You don't have Rasmussen in the game who can hit the outside opportunity jump shot. Wolf is not in the ball game, and hope that you're going to have to make him kick it off to one of the other guys to beat you. You know, maybe somebody like Elaine or one of the other players who are not that good on the perimeter.
If the game were to go into overtime, you would really like Atlanta's chances because of the foul trouble, and the player is already lost by the Denver team. But there's a one-point spread, so right now that appears unlikely, though certainly possible. In the rebounding department, Atlanta's really turned it around here lately.
Yeah, they in the second half have out-rebounded Denver 24-21, but they were manhandled in the first period, half, that is. And right now, Paul West would obviously like to use up a lot of time on the clock and hope that they can get an offensive rebound. That's, of course, what they like to see Jerome Lane be able to do, because then if they do that, the Hawks are put in a position where they must foul.
And Lane would be the guy they would almost certainly foul.
And obviously, if you're the Hawks right now, Bobby Weiss is telling his guys, hey, whatever you do not foul Michael Adams when he drives or any other player, because we will get the ball back. And if they get it back, they'll take the timeout, get the ball at half court with plenty of time to set up a chance to win the ball game.
So we're about ready to go.
Remember, U.S. Olympic Gold's coming up next.
Lane, by the way, just a 37% foul shooter, so if he gets the ball, you might even gamble here on a steal, and if you commit the foul, take your chances. So yeah. I don't think you can make two.
Yeah, that would be the guy that you might think about doing it to.
Can Cook get it inbounds? Not yet. Knocked away by Whip. No time ran off the clock. Well, I guess 0.2 of a second. Cook again will try to get it in. Now Wally Rooney calls time. Of a second, I think.
Wally Rooney said take another 10th off.
And took a second off the 24-second clock, apparently.
Well, that 1/10 of a second clicked the 24-second clock.
Williams, he fumbled the inbounds pass, comes away with it, and they get it in Adams' hand. 12 on the shot clock. 9 on the shot clock.
Trying to clear it all out for him. Here we go.
4 on the shot clock. Williams, a terrible shot. Lane the rebound, tries to save it, threw it away. Atlanta gets the ball.
Boy, were they lucky there. Lane did what they wanted him to do if he was in the game, to get the offensive board. looked like he might have been pushed out of bounds. I mean, why when he got the rebound would he go out of bounds if he wasn't bumped? Let's take a look and see if we can pick this one up. I'm surprised that Adams didn't drive and they gave it to Williams to take that shot. Very, very surprising. There's the shot. Rivers with pretty good defense. Just comes up a bit short. Now there's Lane holding off. He's got it. He stubbed his left foot and he lost his balance. He was not pushed.
The Hawks, if a split second later, would have fouled him because that's the man they wanted to foul, but a break for Atlanta. Well, now it comes down to this. 5 seconds left. Atlanta has the ball. A field goal gives them the lead with little time remaining. Both teams have 1 timeout remaining, so if Atlanta scores, Denver will call time, get the ball at midcourt. But Atlanta has to score. And you see Bobby Weiss.
Well, I would assume that he's going to try to get the ball inside. And, of course, Denver would probably try to go and double up right away on that. But then you have enough time with 5.2 on the clock to still kick it back out and get an opportunity jump shot. I would want the way he's been shooting to have Doc Rivers be the guy that you try to get open to kick it back out to. We got another angle here on this one by Lane. Let's see if indeed he does get grabbed. They say that he grab onto his shirt. Let's watch here. Look at on the left part of the screen. You see somebody's already grabbing his jersey as he goes for this offensive rebound here. And that was obviously overlooked. But after the shirt was let go, maybe they were holding him back, and then they let it go, and he was pulling. He kind of lunged forward.
The old rubber band effect. Here, Paul Westhead talk with his troops. It's down to this. The Hawks, by the time they get home tomorrow, we figure will have been flown close to 10,000 miles. It would be awful to have that all for nothing. Well, I mean, on this road trip.
Especially with being at home where they have 14 consecutive wins, playing Cleveland, who are struggling, and then playing against Charlotte. A chance to win, get a 3-game streak going into All-Star break would be very, very fortuitous.
John Battle checks into the Atlanta lineup. It's Battle, Farrell, Wilkins, Webb, and Rivers.
Well, the way they're set up here, it's going to be very difficult to set up and go for an inside shot with everybody outside.
Denver calls timeout this time, and we'll be back for the finish right after this.
The amazing Fred Sanford, survivor of well over 1,239 phony heart attacks.
Oh, this is the biggest one I ever had.
Where will you be when the next big one hits? Sanford and Son, weeknights at 7:35 Eastern on TBS.
After years of intense work, Lexus is ready to celebrate. Because even at the equivalent of 145 miles per hour, the Lexus LS400 is designed to stir the soul and not much else.
Utah's mailman Karl Malone leads the Western Conference with 27.9 points per game.
Woo! Mailman delivers!
Utah postage is due in Minnesota. The NBA on TNT, Tuesday at 8.
Bigger than life.
Denver has the lead, Atlanta has the ball, and that's what's...
And considering the way the Hawks have played, where they had about a 10-minute lull in the first half to trail by 3 going into the final half, and then 2 mini lulls in this second half, they find themselves with a chance to win the ball game on the road against a team that's been playing their best basketball of the season. So you can't ask for much more than that. Now it comes down to execution, something that obviously the Hawks haven't done all that well for extended periods of time, but it's a golden opportunity and be a very big win for the Hawks should they pull it off.
Both teams are in the penalty here, so any foul gets Atlanta to the line for 2 shots.
I would assume some screens will be set here to free someone.
Here we go. Rivers, the trigger man from midcourt.
Farrell could go right to the ball. Farrell could go right to the ball. They know they got the play set up.
They look to Wilkins, get it to Webb. To the hole. Knocked away. What, Spud gets it back? No, it's over. Spud Webb, they put it on his shoulders and he couldn't get it done. And the Hawks go 0 for 6 on the road trip. In 5 of the games, including this one, they were right there, but they couldn't get it done. 126, 125 Nuggets. They have won 6 in a row. The Hawks have lost 6 in a row.
Now, I just say, of course, having played a lot of basketball, if I were Dwayne, I would have gone to the ball. The way they were playing defense, Ferrell could have gotten that ball, saved a ton of time. As it was, they had a difficult time getting the ball in. But Peter Bino, one of the owners, a happy man. Let's watch the end of it again. Spud going in on the penetration, decides to challenge. He is challenged. Just made a bad pass as Ferrell was open and couldn't get the shot to go in.
Then his desperation shot was nowhere near.
We talked about it, that they have to execute, something that they haven't done well. That was poor execution.
126-125 Denver is the final, and we'll be back right after this.
Won't you sail away now, where the sun warms every shore? The Caribbean calls you with the sweet sea breeze and more.
Discover the joys of Royal Caribbean's Caribbean. 3 to 10 night cruises to the Bahamas, Virgin Islands, Barbados, and more on the grand resorts of the 7 seas.
Every game I gotta wear all this stuff to protect my body. But I just slip into these to protect my feet. The pump from Reebok. Hey, I switched to the pump for support, protection, and a custom fit. Which means Boomer knows something that Bo don't know. Pump up and air out.
Switch to the greatest sports performance shoe in the world. The Reebok Pump. Pump up and air out.
Why does one person excel above all others? Is it motivation, raw talent, desire? Is it personal satisfaction, intelligence, luck? There's no magic formula, and there's really no secret. But there is Soloflex. Because Soloflex is designed and engineered with one thing in mind, your body's needs. And we've created the finest, most complete, and simplest system to attain those needs. With Soloflex, the reward is yours. For a free brochure, call anytime.
Atlanta Hawks basketball on TBS has been brought to you by the Lexus LS400 and ES250 automobiles, the result of a relentless pursuit of perfection, and by Miller Genuine Draft, cold filtered for real draft taste, so tap into the cold.
Well, with victory or defeat riding on this last play, here's the pass into Spud Webb. He makes a good move to get by Adams. Now, instead of stopping and pulling up to take a jumper, he decides to challenge all the big guys and didn't get the pass off to an open man. You could see he had wide open man behind him. He had Rivers out here. Just a bad play on the part of Spud Webb, and the Hawks come up short once again.
Tonight's Miller Genuine Draft Player of the Game, Blair Rasmussen. He had 5 rebounds, 20 points, and really drained the ball from outside all night long to keep Denver in the lead throughout much of the night, and you'll see some of his work right here.
Yeah, it caused a great deal of problems for him. Michael Adams found them all evening long on the perimeter, able to drop in the shots. And this is how Adams did it. He penetrated. You see, Concat came to help out. That left Rasmussen open as a trailer, and he just pulled up and dropped it in. Nice game on the part of Blair Rasmussen, playing with the flu.
In the other NBA action tonight, New York a winner. Kiki Vandeweghe with 19. Orlando wins the game in the Battle of Florida. Big game for Rice. Overtime win for Cleveland. Detlef Schrempf a career high, and he was ejected in that contest. Houston in overtime wins. Utah keeps New Jersey on the skids. The mailman, another big night. Okay, once again, our final score, 126-125 Denver. Don't forget, U.S. Olympic gold is next, the track meet coming up. And our next trip with you will be in Atlanta 2 weeks from tonight, 8:05 Eastern Time. Rick and I will be there for the Sonics and the Hawks. It's the Snickers Milrose game. No snickering for the Hawks tonight. They've lost their 6th in a row, 126-125. For Rick Barry, for our TBS crew from Denver, Skip Carey. So long, everybody.